Greetings, one and all. It is Wednesday night. It is AEW Dynamite night. Just popping in early to say hello. We'll be getting started shortly. A couple of minutes before Dynamite gets on the air. Going to have a couple of folks pop by and join me, which is also awesome. So stick around because Dynamite's coming up. Good evening. It's time for AEW Watch-Along with Boris. Dun, 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 dun.
If you need a feature, you just go Dynamite, jazz hands, it's Dynamite time with Boris.
The ring's all set, the lights are bright, so settle nation's prime. AEW is where it's dynamite time. And with big bad Boris, we're ready to roll. Let's kick off the night and rock and roll. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Let's kick off the night and rock and roll.
Ha! There we go. That's my favorite song, and it's not even a real song. AI is coming. It's coming to take all of our jobs and all of our lives, but at least we'll have something to dance to while it happens. Good evening. It is Wednesday night. You know what that means. It is the AEW Dynamite stream. I apologize for being MIA last week for SNL and for the stream. Things happen in life, and you roll with punches, and you come back stronger than ever, and you grab life by the nuts, and you do what you're going to do with it. I am not alone. I am joined by two of the finest people that my bald head has ever had the pleasure of meeting because of politeness and respect. Ladies first, Ophelia, welcome.
Hello.
I'm going to turn, I got the NFL in my ear really loud, and men are yelling about testosterone things. So we're going to turn that down. Greetings. How are you? How's life treating you? What's going down?
Pretty good, but now I have to compete with men yelling about testosterone, so I don't know how I feel about that.
Men are always yelling about something, though, and most of it doesn't have anything to do with really anything. And
That
speaking
is also
of men,
fair.
and speaking of men getting into the ring and yelling about nonsense for about 45 minutes at a time, welcoming the boss.
I thought you were talking about testosterone. What with this giant mustache right here?
Yes.
That's what I thought we were going for with this big bushy MFer that we've got going on right now. Now that I'm here, who's the second other good person you know?
I called you the mustache magnate on Twitter today. I had to look up magnate.
I appreciated it. I would not have thought of anything that clever. Everybody keeps trying, admittedly. So
Well, it says it like a man successful in business, and like you work. What is there? Is there a tornado or a hurricane? What's going on over there?
My computer stand wasn't locked, so my computer started to fall over, and then
Amazing.
this. So. Yeah, it was a great time. Me, a hot mess? Never.
Your professionalism knows no bounds. We've got an opening and hype video here. This is the go home show for the pay-per-view, is it not?
It is.
Yes, it is.
We are going home.
Well, we're staying home for at least a couple of hours. I've got ring crew tonight. So I went home, and then we're going to go and load the ring. I'm not going home.
But you only got to put up half of it tomorrow, correct?
No ropes.
Yeah, maybe half. I think like 3/4, maybe. I don't know if I'd call the ropes like a full half. I think 3/4 of the ring.
I'm excited about that. I think
3/3.
that's going to be a lot of fun.
You and I both. The clandestine shows that we do are like some of my favorite things. Obviously, like both of the wrestling shows that we do on a consistent basis are like two of my favorite things. But like, they're a whole different vibe there on Thursday night. They're a whole different vibe. And this is going to be, like Mars put it perfectly, you're not going to see a match like this elsewhere.
Yeah. So we got an all-star tag team match going on tonight and a bunch of other stuff. I did watch the show last week. I kind of skimmed through it, so I would be sort of semi-caught up, but I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning, let alone anything else like that. But I did get this new cool hoodie today for $12. Pretty nice.
Oh, neat.
But it's Calgary, though.
And check this out. I got the pajama pants with little luchador guys on them.
Well done.
I thought that
they
was
were
for Patreon.
$4. $4
Just
for
save the
luchador.
booty for the Patreon. Don't you know anything yet?
Oh,
Boris? Come on.
yeah, no, trust me. I'd have to pay them. It'd be called Patreon because I'd have to pay the Patreons.
Luchadors, we got feet going up on streams at points. Like, come on, Bor. We got to get this organized.
Well, this looks like a bit of a smaller building, just judging by how close the ring is to the stage. Reading, Pennsylvania is our home for AEW Dynamite.
I'm glad you said it. I thought it was reading.
Well, I watched a lot of ECW back in the day, and
okay, that makes sense.
and I could make a joke about a lot of people. There's not a lot of reading in Pennsylvania, but then I'd get heat from people in Pennsylvania, and
Yikes.
I don't
That's
want that.
cheap heat.
Hey, look, if it's $12 because of the Flames, that's fine. If they want to sell me a ticket to go to a game for $12, I'll take that too. All right, we got Wheeler Yuta and Orange Cassidy tonight.
You can maybe park about 15 blocks away from the Saddle Dome for that $12.
Yeah,
maybe.
No kidding.
Maybe.
I'm hoping to get there again before they shut her down, but it's still going to be, I think, a couple years away. So
Kicking off with Ricochet.
here comes the one and only. Are we getting November Rain tonight, or is that at the pay-per-view?
They did it on Collision, I believe, on Saturday. I didn't get a chance to watch. Huge shout out, Sherwood Park Crusaders, 2 for 3 last week. But I had to work on both Wednesday and Saturday, so I didn't get a chance to watch anything outside of like the highlights on Twitter and that sort of shit. Blue Sky, the highlights on Blue Sky. That's where we're going.
You can find me on Blue Sky. I don't know what my name is. It's Boris something.
You don't know what your name is? That's fantastic.
Yes, I'm really solid with my branding. It's a wonder why I'm shaking the world with my 600 Twitter followers. I think the guy that is beside the 7-Eleven with the needle hanging out of his arm has 1,200.
Oh my god!
Whatever.
Just start kicking off with the 8-man tag. Okay.
Wild, heck yeah! I am so psyched. Hobbs is back. I think I'm again about like 20 seconds behind you guys too.
Oops.
Ophelia, I'm going to ask you a dumb question.
I'll figure it out eventually. What was that?
I'm going to ask you a dumb question, Ophelia, because I don't know. Will Ospreay does a lot of video game outfits and stuff. Is that one of them, or is that just a regular? It's like an Assassin's Creed. Is that what the thing is?
He always has a little bit of Assassin's Creed inspired stuff. You can see the logo on the back of his jacket. That's his favorite franchise. He has the tattoos and stuff like that as well from the game.
And Sony's buying some company that makes some game, right?
Sony is in the process of trying to buy a company that owns and makes lots of games. Yes.
See, I stay up on what the kids are into. I'm smart as hell.
What the youth talk about. Yeah.
Yes.
I've always been bad at video games other than Pokemon, so I usually stay away. I'm not good.
How's your Snorlax doing?
Doing great. Brother, I've completed the Pokedex. You can ask me about any of them, and I'll probably say they're doing great. I'm a responsible Pokemon owner.
If you've completed the Pokedex, where do you are you done then? Is there no more Pokemon to play, or you have to wait for a new one?
I've completed the extant Pokedex. So of the 1,025 Pokemon in the Dex, I've got. However, there are, I believe, 1,460 total Pokemon when you include regional variants. So a Tauros, for example, there's one that lives in a certain area and one that lives in another area, and they're totally different. And so I've got to catch 2 of those. And then you've got to get onto the shiny Pokedex, which is all of them. But you catch all 1,025, but each of their unique shiny variants has a 1 in 8,192 chance to find. So, brother, I've got years. Got lots to do.
I was going to make a joke, but it's mean, and I don't want to be mean, but in my head, it's really funny.
If it's about how I'm uncool, there is no joke you can make about me.
Okay, good. Okay. Because my joke was, hey, Spencer, how's the girlfriend? That's mean. I take it back. I take that back. It's meant with love. You know that. Okay, so we're not wasting any time.
The brawling is outside the ring, starting right on the ramp, as it should.
Good to see Mark Davis back. I'm a big Takeshita guy.
Yep. Seeing Hobbs back is fantastic. I always love him. This is by no means a critique on the talent, but man, it's nice to see Lance Archer back for his next little 4 weeks that he gets every 7 months. I love Lance Archer. It's so disappointing how rarely he's on TV.
See, that might be a bit of a smaller building, but the way they shoot makes it look big. So, because apparently they're moving to some smaller building. I guess they had to move a TV taping in Ohio or Columbus or somewhere to a bit of a smaller.
I don't think they had to. I think they just, Ophelia, you'd probably know. They decided to do GameCon or something like that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think it was a firm decision to do it because I think NXT did it 5 or 6 years ago too.
I know. I don't know about that, but I know that there is the big convention there, and they're sort of incorporating one of the Dynamites or Collisions during that. I think it might be a Collision because it's over a weekend.
Okay, that makes sense. I think the date was December 7th or something. So whatever.
Might be a Rampage and a Collision since it's over a weekend.
That'd be sad.
And in the first few months that AEW is around, I know one of their first few shows they did a special thing. They did Omega and Ibushi at a gaming thing. I'd have to check my facts on that, but I remember
Omega's a huge gamer too, so that makes sense. Yeah.
Mark Davis looking very much like me in there with a great mustache.
How's your fundraising going?
Doing well. $300 so far. I'm aiming for 500 over the weekend. The Crusaders have a total goal of $2,000 this year. So I think we'll hit it. Just usually the way it works. Like you'll get your few donations like in between, but everybody shows up at the start. Everybody shows up at the end. So we'll do it. I'm hoping.
Go ahead.
How did you guys do on Quizplex?
I don't know yet. Zach and Plugo are counting that up. I was driving back from Calgary yesterday when Quizplex was going on.
It was fun at the end. Green decided to start buying his own points to win. And then decided to start buying more points so that Little Mean Kathleen wouldn't win. And was giving them the die back. Yeah.
I don't know how well that worked for him. If I saw LMK with the Quizplex crown.
Yeah, I think it was only like I want to say like 20 or 50 points was the win, like the margin at the end. Yeah, it wasn't very many.
What happened to our silly little quiz show?
When you guys do the Dark Side of the Ring Quizplex, as we discussed on our internal chat, I want to be the first interview. So I can be like, I won that show when your knowledge actually meant something.
Oh, no. Now Ryan and I just do what we want to do. Let's face it.
There's no, like, we are the who's line of it anyway of wrestling-based quiz shows.
Yeah.
Which I'm totally fine with. I have to grab my Edo here in a second. I'm just waiting for the person to knock on my door. That's not sponsored.
Fancy.
That's not sponsored unless you want it to be Edo. I'd love that.
Like back when knowing who Ezekiel Jackson beat for the ECW championship actually meant something to the world, but now it doesn't mean anything.
That sounds like a sore loser, Boris.
Absolutely. Big time.
I am doing
first to admit it.
I started yesterday. I've started to do like the actual championship reigns. Like I've started to do a list for all of Quizplex. Wow. So currently I've got all of the results for 2021. I'm trying to find our lineal champion.
Justin is the official fact checker of my life.
I will be right back.
That's a nice, tidy little number to give to Connor's Cure. That's very cool. I was at the Hall of Fame when they gave Connor the Warrior Award after his passing, and not a dry eye in the house, myself included. It was a very emotional night, very emotional moment. Look at Lansard. Great hair, too. I had hair once. Okay, we're going into the picture-in-picture. I can't pay attention.
He's changed his hair, though. I kind of missed the red braids.
The red, yeah.
Yeah.
So while we're in picture-in-picture and I can't focus on things, let's take care of a little bit of business. First of all, we salute the flag. Thank you for your service. Second of all, we talked about what's going on Friday night again. Big, giant, massive live event you can check out. If you're not in the Edmonton area, you can check out on IWTV. Main event of LPW 32 March Specials versus Kushida. And just announced today, Saturday Night Love will return this week with the mustachioed maven, Mr. Spencer Love. We're going to do an LPW year in review. We're going to go over all the cards of all the LPW shows throughout the year, and kind of Spencer will give a little bit of insight into some things like that. I'll give my insight. We'll see if anybody else wants to come and hang out with that. So that's kind of what's going on. JPJ does not live in Pennsylvania, so he's not mad at my comment, but he actually might agree with it. I don't know. We'll see. I said people in Pennsylvania don't read. JPJ is what I said. So he may or may not echo those sentiments. Is there any new Funko Pops in the background, or is it the same as before?
For me, same as before.
Oh, but you got your, like, one of you.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, show us that. That's cool.
Don't know if I can. It's gonna have a weird glare. Hold on. Let me just take it out.
Is there a way to make you like the only person on the screen? I don't know how to do that.
We don't need to do that. That's fine.
Are you sure? Okay.
Oh, I'm positive. We don't need to.
Fair enough. I respect your wishes.
Let me just get it out of the box. It's really cool because it has the custom name, Ophelia Payne. I think I might. Oh yeah, I'm reversed. Okay, I did my camera right. I'm a pro. And I want to thank Doc Mueller because he gave me the gift card for this for my birthday, so I was able to customize it.
Yeah, that's super cool. That's really neat.
So she's got a headset and a game controller in her hands as well.
Super cool. I need one of those.
Yeah, you
You
do.
need a lot more
Everybody
plastic
needs
for me.
one.
Hello to Plugo. Plugo may or may not echo my sentiments. I said people in Pennsylvania don't know how to read, so you tell me if I am or am not wrong. There's some politeness.
Oh, there's Doc.
Hey, Doc. Hey, everybody. I wish I hadn't said the name of the place that I ordered because they messed my order up.
Uh-oh, what did you get? And what-
Nothing. You know, I'm not going to bury them. They've been so good to me all the time. I'm not going to do anything rude here because I usually love.
Well, you already said it. They messed it up, so you may as well just say
I know,
what they did.
but
Did you get noodles when you should have got rice, or
couple of different things. I think they probably just gave the wrong bag, sort of level of wrong order. You know what I mean?
Oh, so totally the wrong order.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. But still love you, Ito. 4 scoops every time.
but potentially
Sponsor
still
me.
delicious?
Potentially still delicious, but ironically enough, I grabbed a sponsored Alley Cat. This is my one for tonight before Ring Crew. It is their Shoreline Lime Lager. I got this for my birthday from Byron and Christy, who
That one's really good.
Volunteer for Love Pro. Good people.
Don't put fruit in beer. I don't know what that's all about.
I don't mind lime, like lime or lemon. I'm fine with.
The lime
enough.
lager is very like patio holiday. I really like it.
Crushable is the way that I've heard it described, and I will certainly be having another one after I get back from Ring Crew tonight.
We have dog requests, Spencer. Dog requests. Where is
Where's Rip?
dog?
Rue,
Just chilling. Look at that.
look at
What a
those little
performer.
paws out.
What a
Like
performer.
that's a handsome boy. It's a handsome boy. Yeah, you. You know I'm talking to you.
Is
And you,
pay-per-view
Boris.
Saturday or Sunday?
Pardon me, sorry?
Is pay-per-view Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
Saturday, the 23rd.
Saturday. I advertised Saturday Night Love, Spencer, while you were gone, and I showed the picture of you and your mustache.
And he called you a maven.
I called you a maven. Not Maven, but a Maven. That picture was taken at the Hart House. Tell me about that. I've never actually been to the grounds of the Hart House. Never in my life. And I grew
That
up
was
in
only
Calgary.
that was my second time. Yeah, I was just down in Calgary for a meeting for the day. So drove down.
What
had
kind
a
of
little
meeting? A fun meeting or a boring meeting?
Stay
Or a
tuned.
meeting that's none of my goddamn business?
Lots of love to you, Boris, but more to the latter. But yeah, I was down there for a meeting for the day and just sort of figured I'd only ever been there once. And I'd like to create memories for me, not memories that are formerly for we, if that makes any sort of sense. So I went there, grabbed a photo with my handsome little mustache. I almost, here's a fun little one for you. I almost got my car stuck just because of the snow
really?
and that sort of stuff that's in Calgary.
Yeah, here's
And I could just imagine the headlines if my goddamn vehicle got stuck outside of the Hart House. Like that would not be good. I don't think it's not good to get stuck anywhere, but just the puns you could make between the two last names, like there would be some out there.
I've never been to the Hart House, but I did go to Owen's grave and pay my respect a number of years ago. It's a beautiful, nice big stone, and it's really, really nice.
Yeah.
I don't even know who owns the Hart House now. I know there was talks of them tearing it down and it got landmark status or something. I'm not sure.
I think it's
how
privately
accurate
owned.
my news is. Yeah.
Like there were lights on when I was there.
Are you buying the Hart House, Spencer? Is this what's going on?
Why would I buy the Hart House when we got a Love Shack?
Breaking news.
We've got a Love Shack already, Boris. There's no need for a Hart House. They can have theirs. There's lots of legends theirs. They've earned it.
I thought I
Turn.
had breaking news.
Why is everybody ganging up on poor Will Ospreay?
Hey, Astrid.
Because he is one of the most talented professional wrestlers. That's
Hey,
incredibly
Astrid.
rude. Well,
It
man,
makes sense.
Spencer, maybe you and I should just peace out.
Bye.
I don't doubt it. I've always hopped on expecting to be the least popular on these. Don't worry. I know where the money is. It ain't me.
I was going to say, you're a pro wrestling promoter. You don't know where the money is. It's going outwards.
There you go.
WestJet has all your money.
Now we have to talk about Hobbs hobbling to the arena or to the ring, right?
I see what you did there.
Hobbsling?
Hobbsling. Wow.
Well, at least it's a shorter trip because they're in a smaller building. Aha.
Mm-hmm. What building are they in? I saw, was it Dustin saying that it had a capacity of 8,800 or something?
Give me uno momento. 8,800. That's like a nice size building though for a company like that. Like it's like it's maybe too big for TNA, but maybe a good size for AEW. Like that's the thing about here in Edmonton. Like there's no real middle of the road building for like the Shaw is not a great wrestling venue. I don't think so. There's nothing really between like a small place and Rogers.
Yeah.
And I think it's better if they sell out and have that great vibe of having.
You would rather have a full small building than
exactly.
the Tokyo Dome with 2,000 people in it. Speaking of which, Kenny Omega's coming back for Wrestle Dynasty. Is that the show after Wrestle Kingdom? Because I know they changed things around this year.
It's a combo show with like them, CMLL. I think there's another promotion. Stardom's involved.
Stardom, maybe, yeah.
But I think they're doing that like January 12th or something like that, if I remember right.
Because it used to be Tokyo Dome show, then New Year's Dash. Then they made Tokyo Dome 2 days and then did New Year's Dash. I can't follow this shit anymore.
Wow.
I just expect there to be a pay-per-view or a PLE every weekend, and I'm pleasantly surprised when I get a weekend to myself.
I'm also very interested to see what GCW's mall setup looks like on Saturday compared. Like, I don't know much about this mall.
Is that this weekend?
It's Saturday. It's the American something or other mall in New Jersey. I just want to see what they do compared to what we did.
They'll probably copy you guys. Are you kidding?
Probably.
Well,
very
I mean,
cool
there
to
was
see though. Like between that, like the Mall of America shows that have been done a couple of times now. Yeah, First Wrestling.
First Wrestling, yeah.
It's just pretty cool to see. I love wrestling I've got to send you both actually.
Gosh,
I'll
driver look good.
I sent this to everybody. I saw a clip of a wrestling show in Bolivia. The venue was all painted like tapestry style paintings, and it was the coolest shit I've ever seen in the world. I love a unique venue for that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, Michinoku Pro used to run this building that had a giant stained glass window in the background of the hard camera. It was really, really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, I saw one in a church recently that was the same sort of idea. It was just a stunning venue. I think really, really unique venues really change everything.
Yeah.
And Spencer, speaking of unique venues, this Friday night, there's a unique show at a unique venue right here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. You can see on IWTV if you're not in the local area.
There's 2 unique ass shows coming up this weekend. The Thursday nighter is going to be an absolute blast, but man, and maybe I was just sort of getting in like pensive's not the right word. Just sort of like reflective mood over lunch this afternoon. Because usually on Wednesdays, honestly, I will go and grab like some wings before the craziness of like ring crew and that sort of stuff sets up. So just sort of going through on like the year in review and that sort of stuff. And
that's kind of where I came up with the idea this afternoon. I was like, this is the last show. Let's kind of go through and see.
Yeah, I think I don't know. It's wild. It's our last show of the year. It's going to be shows number, I guess, 24, 25, and 26 with the gimmick we've got in the afternoon before the pre-show. But it's pretty wild to be at this point. And like, I really think we've delivered on bigger and better every month, every year in some way, shape, or form. You know?
So, doing the math in my brain.
Preview of Fletcher and Osprey there. That was nice for the weekend.
Neat little time.
Doing the math in my brain, is our first show of 2025 the Oil Rumble, or am I not?
I believe it, baby. Kicking off the year in the big house.
Well.
What did a Victorian child fall down?
That's a surprise win. Well, maybe not.
Heels will often go over going into big pay-per-view shows, but look at this guy, Jason Keesler, coming through. Do you live in Pennsylvania, Jason Keesler? I made a bad joke about Pennsylvanians earlier, and I don't want to offend anybody.
Don't keep bringing it up then.
I want you to offend everybody and see how this plays out. I like the chaos.
It's like me killing someone saying, is it bad that I killed someone?
Hey, everyone.
I should or should not.
Hypothetically, or like...
Hey, everyone.
Very odd back of truck promo from the...
Well, I mean, Wheeler Yuta just keeps looking like he's some sort of prisoner of war, like he's reading off of a script like, I am fine, I am happy to be here. Like, We are all friends, you know.
I am being treated very well by the Taliban. Yeah, he looks like he's seen some things. And she's looking at him like, don't you say a word, you motherfucker.
Yeah,
Don't
you know
say a
better.
word."
You know what happened last time.
Where's Pac?
Good question.
Probably
The
taking
Shane
his shirt
McMahon
off.
rumors have started to slow down a little bit. I wonder if there is any credence to that.
Every
With
time they
Mig-
slow down is when, you know, something big will happen. Everyone will be like, I called it. And you're like, no one's been talking about that.
I was gonna
Like, what
say,
are you
which
saying?
makes the perfect time for Shane McMahon to debut.
So wait, the Mall of America is owned by the same people that own West Ed and the mall that's in
Oh, big
New
time.
Jersey?
Yes.
Still? I thought one of them sold for some reason.
I was not aware that they were all owned by the. I thought like the Forzani's owned the Mall of or the West Edmonton Mall, but that one was I don't know.
Oh, that's the Gramesians, isn't it?
Oh, that's it. Yeah, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think
Hey,
they own
look,
the
it's
land. I think they own the land, but not the mall itself. I could
Oh.
be completely wrong there, though.
Darby Allin, the craziest man on AEW. Stand by that.
I was watching some indie clips of him on the social medias the other day. Man,
Just wild.
the Continental Classic starts next week. Thanksgiving Eve.
Exciting. I love a good tournament. I friggin' love a good tournament.
Have they announced anybody for that yet? Or
No, though disappointingly, and shout out to Fightful Select, but from
Speedball?
what they have said, Speedball Mike Bailey will not be able to debut in the Continental Classic just with the way their contract status has worked out.
Mhm.
So, I mean, regardless of when he shows up, he's going to absolutely kill it. But like, this is one of those things that's like made for a guy like that or a guy like Ricochet.
He was streaming on Twitch just as we were coming on the air, saying that he was going to, discuss the rumors. I didn't get a chance to see much or all of it or any of it, so I don't know what he said, but he said he was addressing the rumors. So I'd like to know if he's officially under contract or what have you. You should have mentioned Ito because now I'm hungry.
I know, right? Bad decision.
Fightful, his contract goes through to the end of the year. Is that what it was?
I think so. Yeah. Because they've essentially like written him off of television.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe. And if you don't want to hear us say it or you don't want us to speculate, go spend your $5.
Yeah.
But thanks for hearing us.
Look at that handsome son of a gun. Look at him. With his
You gotta
Back to
grow
the
it out so you
Future-
can twirl the mustache, right? Like
with your Back to the Future Doc welding glasses and good stuff. And don't worry, Spencer, we saluted the flag earlier today because
Perfect, thank you. No, I
patriotism
appreciate it.
is important. And I fixed the opening
I
video
cannot-
so we won't get sued.
Perfect. Oh, 3 for 3.
I took.
I
out
cannot
all the
wait. I
suable
cannot
things.
wait to shave this mustache. I cannot tell you that enough.
You don't like it?
If it wasn't for a good cause, I would never grow a mustache.
What about the full beard?
If I could, I would give it a shot. Here's the thing: is like
Oh.
I've tried a couple of times, and it doesn't work enough. And I like myself as a baby face a little bit more, so wouldn't grow it regardless. But I also figure, and like huge shout out to the crew because a lot of our players jumped on. We never force any of the players to. They just sort of hop on their own accord. So huge shout out to them. They all hopped on and they're supporting. And like, if we're asking a bunch of 16 to 20-year-old kids to go out and, I certainly know how much I struggled with a mustache at that point in my life, as much as I do now. If we're going to ask them to do it, I'll support that as well too.
I thought you were growing your mullet out. Or is that something I made up?
I got the sides done today. They took off a little bit more on the back than I would like to. But it's starting to. I was hoping
That's the boss, ladies and gentlemen. That's the guy who writes my check.
Oh,
Hey.
there it is.
I'm a baby face. RJ City. Boris, how are you enjoying the commercial for the Pixel 9 Pro?
Is that the one where you can take a picture and then take another picture and merge the pictures together? And all the
Yes.
people can be in the picture. I don't know. I was watching the Whopper commercial and being angry. So
Now I'm watching the Whopper commercial.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll get
And I'm watching Peloton.
Yeah, but we've now got Peloton. Those things are expensive. I don't know if I think it'd be kind of a cool thing. It might help people stay kind of motivated because it's neat, but apparently like super expensive, like hundreds of dollars for.
Hey there.
What up? Habs on TSN. Nobody cares about the Habs.
Excuse me?
Nobody. Literally nobody.
Okay.
Like the only
they
thing
did beat the Oilers yesterday or whatever day it was.
The only thing that people care less about than the Habs is the Oilers.
Thank you.
Wow.
Appreciate you.
All right, who's going to get beat up in the parking lot?
Well, I thought they were going to run over for a minute there.
Oh.
Hey, if you're going to hang here, you gotta sit.
Syndicate.
You
Yes.
come co-host? You going to come co-host? Sit.
That suit on Bobby Lashley.
Look at that suit.
Thank you.
Only Bobby Lashley could pull that suit off.
And you know what pisses me off about that is that's what I was going to wear on Friday.
Oh, now you got to change your plans, or
I was going to say mine. I was going to say mine would have a lot more material, but not really. He just has muscle.
And an attack by Swerve in the parking lot. I told you somebody was getting beaten up.
What is that suit? Yeah.
See, now you're ahead of me, Ophelia. I'm like, nothing's happening. That looked like Jerry Seinfeld's fur coat in that episode of Seinfeld. I'm a fancy boy.
I have this gray sweater coat that's like really puffy, like a teddy bear. And every time I wear it, I feel like I have a Swerve Strickland moment. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Adam Cole has appeared, not in wrestling gear. So I assume we will be having what we call in our business a promotional segment.
Yes.
Kerfuffle.
And who will interrupt? Who's his feud with right now? I can't keep up.
Well, he's got.
I don't think technically anyone. Like he doesn't have a match at Full Gear.
Oh, that's right.
He's
Because
got a thing going with MJF.
Yeah,
that's right. But he lost the against Takeshita, right?
Takeshita last week.
Yes. Yeah. Good news, you guys. I recognized 2 of the bands headlining Coachella this year, so I'm young.
Oh, give me the list.
2.
Lady Gaga and Green Day are headlining.
Okay.
They technically recognize Post Malone, but I've never listened to Post Malone. The original Misfits are there, Boris.
Never was a Misfits guy.
Love me some Misfits. Missy Elliott's there.
Wow.
Fakah Twigs is there.
Oh, cool.
I don't know who that is. Is that a person or a band? I'm old.
Yes.
I think it's formerly known as Twigs.
That's usually the answer I give to him. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. Charlie XCX.
I've heard of that.
Some of the smaller bands here. I always like their names. They're always way more unique.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Story time with
I
Adam
shit
Cole.
you not. There's a guy on here named Bob Villain.
I've heard of Bob Villain.
L-A-N.
Yeah.
I've never heard
of
that.
The song put a gun to my head, but
how do you get away with that? Isn't Yo Gabba Gabba a kid's show?
I thought it was too.
Because they're there. Jimmy Eat World. I've never been to Coachella. This is just me teasing myself with a lineup.
It would be cool.
I'm too old for that shit now.
It'd be cool.
I'm in the same boat. Even Punk and Drublick, and I got to go home at the end of the night, and I was still just tired and hurt and sore. And
here we go. Here comes the conglomeration.
Not you.
Kyle O'Reilly. There's a lot of history here, ladies and gentlemen.
He needs to be on my TV more. I love him.
Yeah.
I love Adam Cole, but that spray tan is a little
bad.
There's a lot of really bad spray tans on a lot of these wrestlers, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Especially when it cuts off like right at their hands, so they have like white hands.
Yeah, he has exactly that going on. Look at his microphone hand; you'll see it. Now I got to turn it up a little bit. Damn it!
Oh no, Jason, really?
SNL.
You knew who Charlie XCX was.
And Chapel Roan and Jelly
I
Roll.
love me some Chapel Roan.
Jelly Roll was there the last few weeks as well.
I know who that is. I've never listened to his music.
So I think that was the last 3 weeks. So.
I know Jelly Roll from his People's Elbow, and that's admittedly about it.
From the WWE, Jelly Roll.
Yes. I know former WWE superstar Jelly Roll.
Oh yeah, there was the guy that's like the indie alt rock guy, and I was like, I don't know who this is. But the other three, I knew who they were, so I felt youthful.
Da-da-da-da. Kyle O'Reilly's got some matching luggage going on underneath the eyeballs. He sleeps about as much as I do, I think.
Jason, I wouldn't disagree. Love me some Foghat.
I'm trying to think of a Foghat song. Slow Ride.
Slow Ride.
Is that okay?
I just want to make love to you. Banger.
I can't see Need More Foghat without thinking it needs more cowbell, though. So
I would be doing myself
a disservice. I'm the cock of the walk, baby.
And the rest of this band a disservice if I did not play the hell out of this. This is, for the record, Sloan is my favorite band, and this is my Andrew Scott signed Sloan drumstick that I have in my little display back there.
Oh, sick.
Wow.
So I would imagine that there would be a black variant Orange Cassidy Funko Pop, right? Because anytime you change a hair on your head, they make a new one.
I haven't seen one, but doesn't mean there isn't one yet. Good thing you can customize them. Oh my God, I love Briscoe so much too.
I miss Jay. I miss Jay a lot.
I love when Briscoe gets going off about his word of the day. It's just like... Oh yeah. Any promise of everybody staying away means that nobody's staying away.
Yep.
Right? Like...
Aren't Ishii and Chris Jericho doing like an in-ring contract signing or something?
Mm-hmm.
I think they've announced Final Battle like December 20th.
Women's matches are there announced for tonight's show?
None.
Couldn't
Okay.
tell.
I'll leave.
Well, there's only one announced for the pay-per-view, so
I'll let those two sentences stand for themselves. Chris Jericho's got a fucking contract signing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went on a rant already today about there only being one women's match for the pay-per-view this weekend. So,
and like, it's not even to discount. Like, I still like Jericho. I love me some Ishii, but like, I just don't understand how you can not find room for. Yeah.
Complain about women, and here we go.
Yeah. Perfect.
Story of my life.
What you're saying is I should complain more.
Sure.
Excellent validation.
I think that they're like, I'm not overly thrilled with the way they're doing this with Mercedes Moné and
Camille.
That's the name. Because they're at risk of making this more about Mercedes and Camille than it is Mercedes and Chris Statlander. But again, that's just my opinion.
I don't think you're wrong. And I think that coming off of the heels of like, I think everybody objectively would like Chris Statlander to be a babyface or would prefer, in my opinion. But like how he sort of got to this was very weirdly done with the breakup with Stokely Hathaway. And
like they never really
leading into a story
right?
that's not really about her babyface turn is a bit odd.
Mm-hmm.
And on a completely unrelated note that I know nobody cares about but me, but I'll say it anyway. I haven't popped as hard in a long time as I did at the end of the Nick Gage Invitational when Atticus Cogar pulled that mask off. I haven't jumped off my couch in many years, but I literally jumped off the couch because it was very unexpected and very cool. And I don't get got very much. I like to get got, but they got me, and I was like, that is rad. I know nobody cares about death matches. Nobody cares about GCW, but
I do. Hell yeah.
It was exciting.
And like huge shout out to Sawyer Rack because like it's always nice.
She killed it.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
I always like when there's a moment where you can literally jump off your sofa because everything is just ruined if you pay attention to any of the dirt sheets or the spoilers or whatever. And then
Yeah.
you have something that legitimately makes you excited to jump up off your sofa. Like that's how you remember certain matches or certain pay-per-views as being better than others.
I say this a lot sometimes because like we're so close to it, we forget that this is entertainment and it's supposed to be fun. And that was fun. I was having fun. I took off my cynical I'm a wrestling guy hat and put on my I don't want like to use the term mark, but I'm like a mark fun. Yes,
You're
this
a
is
wrestling
awesome.
fan.
I want to see what happens
Yeah.
next. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's really warm in this hoodie. Mistakes have been made here.
This is about my least favorite time of year because you never know how to fully dress. Like at least when it's cold as hell, you throw on the 5 hoodies. You know you need them.
Mhm.
Well, next week it's getting cold and the snow is coming. So
Well, this morning was a wind chill of minus 26 here, so I wasn't a big fan of that.
Oh, real.
it's supposed to snow a bit tonight, which sucks. I hate driving in the snow, and I
Get in
have
the
to go to the rec room tomorrow for an exciting live event of professional wrestling where we're going. Oh my God.
like that.
just
I
came up
have
with
to
a great
go.
tagline.
Uh-oh.
Hear me out on this. Are you ready for this, Spencer? This is brilliant. I wish I came up with this 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Yes.
Where we're going, we don't need ropes. How good is that?
You know what the perfect thing is? It's like a full Back to the Future weekend then.
Oh,
Because we got Kushida on Friday. Hi,
Mhm.
honey. You can't be distracting.
I was going over his accolades to make sure I'm prepared for a Friday, and he has a substantial.
Yeah, how many
amount
sheets of paper do you need? That's what I was going to say. It's like, this is the first time, you know, we've been lucky enough to have like GCWA when Jasmine Allure came here, or PCW UK, obviously with Von Vertigo, but like, this is the first time, and obviously the title's not going to be defended. It's a tag title.
Yeah.
He's the New Japan Pro Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. Like, wild. He's the #1 contender to the X Division title.
Just what a
Wow.
match for Mars Friday.
Stop.
Like, yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be counting down the moments. I bet he's ready to go. It's gonna be fun. I think it's rad that that's like the last match I'm going to call this year is a Kushida match. Like, that's cool. And we'll find out on Saturday what the first match I called this year was, because I don't remember.
And when do we hear about the nominations for the LPW awards?
Patreons will be getting that. It's funny, ask Ophelia. I've got 3 tabs open. One of them is our like YouTube analytics. That's not interesting. I've got the StreamYard studio open, and the other one is the Google Forms sheet featuring pretty well the nominations for the LPW year-end awards. Of course, we got to wait till the end of this show.
Mm-hmm.
I think there might be a couple of match of the year contenders. So we got to wait until this one, but you guys will be getting that on Saturday morning and then Monday morning for the general public. Boris, where'd you go? His
Just
device
left.
isn't connected. It's because he's a Flames fan. Now I can get back at him. I can't say anything rude while he's on screen. I can say it now.
Do it.
Fucking Flames fan. Oh, he's back.
Do the Thursday matches qualify for the LPW awards as well, or just the Friday shows?
Yes, they do. Hello, honey.
Okay, give me a moment. I shall return.
Okay. As
That's
though
what
you
he
didn't
meant to
just
say
leave.
last time. He just disappeared without.
I was
telling
just
us.
going to say, as though he didn't just leave. I'll be right back. You just left. Yes, the Thursday matches will definitely count. We've already got, I think, 8 of our match of the year contenders.
Wow.
And there could be way more. We do like a loose poll.
Like internally to see.
Yeah.
Nice.
Loose poll. Then out to the Patreons. Then out to the general public. Everything will start coming out the week after Crimbus again. Hi, Rip. Sorry, he's being very needy right now, and I'm very distracted. Like, look at this idiot, Ophelia. Where is he?
Oh my god.
Well, look at this idiot. But look at this idiot. Hi. Hi.
So small, just such a lapdog.
Hi, you.
Sorry, I was a hunk of
What are your
burning
thoughts
love
on
in that
Dynamite
hoodie.
tonight? How are you enjoying Dynamite? Are you enjoying Dynamite? Yeah. Okay,
I've always
that's enough.
wondered for years how Dustin wrestled in that big like pleather suit for all those years, because it had to just be a sweat heat trap of death. I read his book and he talked about it, but I have no like long-term memory. I remember really liking his book, but I couldn't tell you anything about it.
dude.
Like William Regal's book, I really, really enjoyed too. Don't remember.
His was fantastic. Daniel Bryan's book was fantastic. But that's like, man, he must have put that out a couple of years after he won the title at Mania 30. So very due for an addendum. There are a lot of great wrestling books out there. Like, I don't even know. Becky Lynch's obviously was super hot last year or at the start of this year, but if you haven't read that yet, it's fantastic. Mox, actually, his was great too. Down, honey. Okay, that's
Just Say Yes by Daniel Bryan came out in 2015. Ha, Dustin, I beat you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Team Boris.
Just say yes, Boris.
Will we get sued if we do that? I don't know how legalities work. Oh, we're coming back from the thing. You know, the thing.
Picture in picture.
Yeah, the thing.
The thing.
See, I still have when you started saying that, Boris, I was still finishing up the Tim Hortons commercial, and now I'm watching the soccer commercial, and then I'll be back to picture in picture.
So is the DC promotion over? I see they're back to DraftKings and regularly scheduled ring apron or guardrail things.
Like DC Comics?
Yeah, they had like DC Comics advertisements on the guardrails for the past few weeks.
Oh, I didn't know. Like, honestly, I should be better with it, but I don't notice that all that often.
I'm just going to say I vaguely remember that, but I don't remember what it was for.
The only thing I really remember was the Jeff Jarrett Texas Chainsaw Death Match that is still my favorite thing they've ever done.
I do like that they got rid of the LED ring apron and all that stuff. Like, you don't have to look like the other guys. You know, sometimes less is more. Don't get me wrong. We're like, pay-per-view time and WrestleMania time comes around, like load me up with all the lights and all the glitz and glam, but sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, should we talk about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, or has that been talked about to death?
It is. Well, we started brunch this week by saying welcome to our show talking about the second most scripted sport on the planet, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
To be fair, did anybody expect anything else? Is the first question.
But that's the thing is, like, it's still somehow worse, even though you didn't expect any better, you know?
The only thing that came out of that show was that women got a big payday compared to what they probably would have otherwise. And that match was fantastic.
Too.
Yeah. I've been trying to find out what exactly that they made, because they should have got the 20 and 40 or 30 and 30, because that fight was incredible. No disrespect, but boxing is incredibly effing boring. That fight went exactly the way I thought it was going to. That main event one, I think it's a black eye for boxing. If you're going to promote it as a legit shoot, then you should legit shoot.
Especially at the end when Jake went and bowed and there was still time on the clock. Tyson had the chance to make the boxing moment. Just should have decked him.
Yep.
I don't know what Rosie Perez and Cedric the Entertainer know about boxing and why they were there. I have no idea. Netflix need to get their shit together, because that was embarrassing.
Even just
but I will say
that sort of stuff.
The one thing I really did appreciate, the stadium looked like $1 million. It was WWE level production. That whole they must have spent a lot of money on getting that stadium to look the way that it did.
And no surprising, Statlander picks up the win.
Spoiler alert.
Too bad.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
You always do this to me.
I know.
Now it's my turn. The best news that came out of that whole Paul Tyson fight was that some adult site has now offered Mike Tyson $250,000 to show his butt in some sort of film.
Ha!
I popped hard for that. I was like, that's going to be all over the internet in 4 seconds. And it was funny because when Netflix started buffering and being shitty, I went on the social medias just to see if it was me or if it was everybody. And they were saying, if you have a VPN, go to Asia. So I went on my laptop to Netflix Japan and watched it on Netflix Japan, and it was pristine the rest of the show.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
But yeah, Mike Tyson's butt was. Pardon me? I do. I actually, and I've mentioned this before, I used NordVPN before they were a sponsor.
Oh, I've used them forever too. When we were in Philadelphia, actually, just with how
Camille looks like a star. Camille looks like a show. Even back like in the indie days and the Evolve days, the NWA days, she looks like $1 million.
She is. She's got a lot of that, like, just gravitas, man. I was lucky enough to introduce her, I should say. when Wild Rose came up to Edmonton, I think for their first and to this point only appearance in Edmonton, she was part of a match, and it was there's just something. I hate the phrase because it sounds so cliche, but like some people just have like that it factor, that X factor, that like again that presence, and she certainly had it.
But yeah, I used Nord before they were sponsored. A great service.
Yep. We used them when we were in Philadelphia because we wanted to watch X-Men 97. Wanted to watch that, and then it ended up working out that because you can obviously transfer where your digital location is, I was able to watch Monday Night Raw on my Sportsnet subscription.
There you go. Everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
Has Mercedes' run been a little underwhelming, or is it just me?
Let's just yes.
I think in the nicest of ways. And I will, like, she's one of my favorite pro wrestlers in the world. I think saying a little bit is being very generous.
What do we think the problem is? Is it because she doesn't wrestle enough, or
I think it's very hard to recover from like a really bad start and through no fault of her own. But like when she debuted in Boston, she was not medically cleared. And I don't know if they knew how long it would be or if it took longer than expected or what, but like Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks, like she is one of the best wrestlers on the planet. Whatever gender identity you choose to put on yourself, she's one of them. Mm-hmm. And the fact that she had to go out there and not wrestle, and promo work's not necessarily her strongest point. When you're doing that for 12 weeks? She debuted in March, and her first match was All In, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess you kind of lose interest pretty quick.
Yeah. And
well, I was going to say, I have a whole list of things that I think is wrong with what she's doing right now. Well, besides her music is terrible.
The floor is yours.
Terrible. The music is terrible. She's had some less than stellar matches.
Yep.
And I mean, considering she had that one match where she was constantly fixing her wig and her clothes, not great.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Also, I think the fact that she's in charge of her own creative makes people less invested because you think she's just going to keep winning until she's ready to lose.
And
that's a really fair point too.
I think something else, and this is like, I think about weird things too. I think there's a lot of people like familiarity, I think, in wrestling sometimes. And right from the get-go, different gear, different hair, different look. She doesn't look like Sasha Banks. Now, granted, technically she's not Sasha Banks, but like you're looking that, kind of for what you expect to see from Sasha Banks. And even visually, it's a lot different. Sometimes change is good, but sometimes maybe not so much. And again, maybe
I just feel like she's really flat. Like everything's just really flat for me for her.
Oh, MVP, who gave me a t-shirt once. He actually gave me the t-shirt off his back, Swerve. Now that I think about it. Oh, that is not Swerve.
Why wouldn't he give you like the whole shirt?
Wish.
Why wouldn't he give you the shirt off his front and back?
Wow.
You are hilarious. Oh, 2-on-1. 2-on-1. Who are the indie talent that will be 2-on-1 against Bobby Lashley after the break?
Where are they tonight? Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania, so it could be any number of people. Speaking of indie talent, big congratulations to Zoe Sager. That was the last thing I read on Sunday night before I went to sleep, and that's fantastic.
I even mentioned that. I was like, Spencer and Lawrence were talking about it on the brunch gimmick about the WWE, the ID program, and then the same day we hear about Zoe, and it was pretty fantastic.
It's, wrestling is not necessarily always a meritocracy, and seeing people who deserve and have earned great shit getting great shit, man, just full heart. There are things but like fuck yeah is the only way that I can sum that one up. Don't worry, Boris, if we demonetize, it's my own fault on this one, but like just fuck yeah. And you know what the coolest part is? And I hope she's gotten the same amount of messages, if not hundreds more. But the amount of people who have said, like, man, it's just the start of people looking at this great scene we've got here in Canada. Like, Zoe is the first, and I'm very hopeful and very excited that, like, I don't think she's going to be the only one who's going out there and showing the world what this province and what this country's got to offer.
I want her to be a big giant star so I can say, hey, I called her very first match. And hey, WWE, you can have that match for $250,000. I don't know.
We got to talk about that tape library.
Again, I don't know how the legalities work because like it was Kurt's company, but like I shot it, so I don't know what the legalities are in terms of ownership and stuff. But where's a special guest?
I figured I had to show up.
Room telling ghost stories or rolling joints or something. What's going on there?
Why not both?
Well, I'm not rolling joints, but I am a little high, so that goes hand in hand. But I figured I should stop in because you always invite me to Saturday Night Love, and I'm usually sleeping because I'm an old man. But I saw the cast of characters on here today, and I was like, I'm going to pop in for a few minutes. And
I'm surprised you recognize me.
Oh, Spencer.
Had to check out the name on the screen to make sure, right?
I did.
I was going to change it off the start to Tom Selleck, but like then he actually probably wouldn't have.
But you should change it to like Timu Tom Selleck, right?
Timu Tom Selleck.
Wow, Tom Selleck at home, Spencer Love.
You just need to be aware that nobody is watching the stream for anybody other than Ophelia. That's what I've learned today.
Yes.
But hey, as long as they're watching.
Pretty sure you learned that last time too.
That's true. That's true. I think I have 602 Twitter followers now. I'm getting the big rub, as we say. The big rub.
The Ophelia Payne effect. Yeah.
What is the actual official number? Let's find out. I have that's interesting. I have 666.
Oh,
666. Speaking of deities that like to party, there's one. What's going on, Blair?
Blair? Oh, not much. You're just taking it easy, just vibing.
Is it as cold in Winnipeg as it is in Edmonton right now?
Right now, thankfully.
We are minus 12 degrees Celsius, which is I don't know how much Fahrenheit.
I think we are at 0
Sorry,
right now.
Yanks.
So I will take this as long as we can because when you have to clear snow, for a living, you don't want to. Yeah. So put that off as long as we can.
We have a vignette for Jay White and the Hangman. Really liked their match at the last pay-per-view. I assume this one will be no different.
you have to put some respect on his name, like JPJ doesn't. Call him Hangman.
Hangman.
Hangman. Hengmin is how I assume it's spelled for him.
I was going to say it's the same way that he used to talk about Edmonton with 2 I's where the O's coming up for the Oil Rumble. I'm coming to Edmonton.
Oh, I see Cheeseburger, and I'm going to pop if that's really him.
Is that Cheeseburger and Rhett Titus?
The Amazing Spider-Man.
Both. Hell yeah. That's rad.
I see.
I do.
I know Cheeseburger, but
we just lost our. Oh wait,
yeah,
it's come back. Okay, we lost our feed for a second there. I also like Spider-Man, Batman, Iron Man. Those are some. Ant-Man was a great film.
Ooh, I love Lash's gear there.
Yeah, that's sharp.
Great.
That's what I'm gonna wear on Friday.
As you should.
Blair, will you be tuning in on Friday night on the IWTV for the big show, the really big show?
Well, funny enough, right before that is going to be the 4 Exposure LPW preview show to lead right in to LPW 32.
Oh,
so
we got a pre-show panel now.
We do. I kind of like the idea of airing it right before the show. I think it's kind of fun.
It's going to be the best LPW pre-show that has been done so far. Do you know why?
Well, it would have been
because I'm not on it.
No, it would have been, but you weren't there.
Okay, we got that is not Rhett Titus. I'm not sure who that is, but that is Cheeseburger,
Joe
and I love me some Cheeseburger. Oh, Joe Keys, okay.
And Cheeseburger.
I think you guys are like 3 seconds before me.
You're like about 20. However, I will say missed opportunity for Keesburger. As the tag team name.
Oh, we just lost the feed again.
Oh, there we are back.
Or call them fries.
Oh my god.
Cheeseburger and fries.
Oh my god.
Just call them value meal and just go
for Happy Meal.
I'm into it.
Rue, down please. We're not doing this, honey. You can come and hang out, but don't jump. Thank you.
Oh, here we go. This will be
I'm a gentle parent.
So how long does this match last?
Oh boy, 14 seconds.
Oh,
Hey, Cheeseburger drew the short straw, apparently.
It's okay. They're both getting pinned.
Do you remember
Yeah.
when
Back 'em up.
they kind of turned him heel and he was like the world famous CB? I didn't like that. I'm like, Cheeseburger is the shit. Like, let's go with that.
Burger's the man. He's actually done
TV.
I know for sure one, but I believe a couple. He's done a couple of shows for Totally Arctic Wrestling.
Okay.
Thank you, Joe.
Just don't jump.
with the Eskimofo.
Yeah.
Joe gave you a follow, Boris, on Twitter because he didn't want you to be stuck at 666.
Oh,
You can sit. Be a parrot.
look at that.
Honey.
I promise you content on Twitter like you will believe in your life, especially
You
if
could have
I
ended,
like.
you could have
Do I
ended
need to
the sentence,
unfollow
Boris.
now so he
You
goes
would've
back to 666?
Oh,
You would have been
that's
perfectly
mean.
accurate saying, I promise you content on
I promise you content on Twitter.
That's it. That's it. Content doesn't
my
mean good or
advertising.
bad. Just
I
content.
promise you content on Twitter. Will you enjoy it?
You know what? Hang on.
Your mileage may vary.
And Asian Joe is now muted, Boris.
Boris, I have a question for you.
Wait, I'm adding content to Twitter right now. Give me a second.
Probably shit talking us. So that's
No, I'm
fine.
not. All right, I've added content to Twitter. What were you going to ask me? My feelings?
Well,
Thoughts?
no. This Friday, how excited are you to be calling a match featuring Kushida?
I think that like the last match of the year that I get to call, being a Kushida match, is fantastic. We were talking before you popped on that I was going through doing my homework for the show this afternoon, and his accolades, like 6-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, 4-time Junior Tag Champion currently, like Best of Super Juniors winner twice, Super J-Cup winner once, NXT Cruiserweight Champion. Like, just the list is impeccable, and Mars, it's going to be so good. We might have our last match be match of the year, and I had my match of the year locked in for a while, and I'm kind of waffling on it a bit now because like Blake Christian and Mars was so good that but
Boris, if the last match of the year is your match of the year, what a hell of a main event for an entire 2020.
that's just the main event of the year. That's what you should call it.
It's a goddamn tire. You were barking at your toy tire. What the fuck?
And I don't mean to spoil anything, but Bobby Lashley won that match.
Wait, what?
He's paying for it now,
It was a
though.
bit of a surprise. I know.
Spencer, at the end of the show. Oh, Spencer.
I left of anger and fury and frustration for the spoiler.
I think when you introduce that main event, you should say the following contest is your 2024 main event. Because it's the last match of the year.
I can straight up tell you right now, it might not be like an exclusive. It is somewhat like we are doing the full championship intros for that. I am very excited. The first time I ever had the opportunity to do that was for the Jack Pride Marza Specialist Last Man Standing match, and it's something
It helps
to be done
that big
sparingly.
fight feel.
Well, and this is the big fight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
and we told this right off the bat as soon as Mars walked through the back with that title after beating Pride and Lumberjack Larry Woods. Like, he's said for years he wants to prove that he's the best. So, if we've got the opportunity and Love Pro Wrestling has the opportunity to, like, frankly, put up or shut up, like he's put up every time. So,
Now, Spencer,
putting him up, brother.
I want to ask your permission for something. Can I give a little teeny spoiler for Friday?
Please.
Can I give what our opening contest is for Friday? Am I allowed to say that? Or would
Go
you
for
rather
it.
I didn't? We are starting off on Friday with the LPW Challenge Championship. Michael Richard Blaze versus Reed Matthews is going to open the show. So don't be late. We'll feel you, Matt.
Goodness.
I should mention that
Oh, I'm really mad.
everyone should watch the preview show because I have some very outlandish predictions for this show. So
He
Just for
actually
the show?
called me to win it.
I know
Called you?
Spencer's going to be the new LPW Grand Champion by the end of the night.
I thought Spencer was going to end up in the car crash theater match and win that one, the scramble.
Spencer's going to become the one-man power trip. He's just going to hold all the titles.
No, you know what?
Actually-
if I was going to do it, I would earn it. I would be the first entrant in tomorrow night's gauntlet, and I would sort of work my way up. And I can tell you I'm not the first entrant in the gauntlet tomorrow night.
I'll wait for the gauntlet and then cash in on Friday. Like, just do the whole thing in 2 days, right?
I'm kind of bummed I wasn't there for the preview show because I wanted to talk about that scramble because this is a very, very different kind of. This is like a bruiser scramble. It's not necessarily going to be a lot of flippy floppy. It's going to be like there's some heavy-handed dudes in that match, and I think it's going to be a different kind of scramble. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have been
off air. I'll tell you who I picked for it because
you can put it in the private chat too if you want. But like William Taylor. I have really enjoyed his 2 matches he's had on Thursday. There's some Samoa Joe vibes with him, and I think he's got a bright future. I'm also excited to see Nate Nixon make his debut in LPW. I actually was corresponding with him today,
I love Nate.
Doing some homework on him. I corresponded with him on the Instagram, not Graham, because we don't say the A.
I was going to say, thank you for doing right by JPJ.
On the Instagram, and I'm excited to see him. And this is going to be we started the year with a bang, and we're gonna end the year banging, and then we're gonna bang again next month.
We promote.
Spencer, you and I are just gonna bang, bang, bang.
Wow.
And watch some wrestling. That was a bad joke, but you had to. What was I supposed to do with that one?
This is Ophelia's favorite part of AEW, right?
Sure.
Because what do you love most of all?
Will Ospreay, but he's already gone.
No, you love Darby's pink jacket.
Oh, that too. I do. That is true.
Okay, well, I'm going to peace out. I just popped in for a quick little how do you do, but I hope everyone enjoys the rest of the show. And if I can, may I plug one thing?
Yeah, man, fire away.
Blair, plug away. Plug everything.
This Sunday, I think some people know that I do commentary for Winnipeg Pro Wrestling. They are going to be broadcasting the Rumble at the Burt Show up on YouTube in its entirety at 6 p.m. Central Time. And it was an incredible card. You see Mustafa Ali versus Dijak, Matt Cardona and Jimmy Lloyd versus Jody Threat and Josh Alexander. An incredible match for the WPW Heavyweight Championship between Tyler Colton and James Roth. It is worth checking out. It's up on their YouTube, 6 p.m. on Sunday. It's going to be airing, so please check it out.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, Blair, plug away. I will also, before you take off, because I saw they posted, tweeted, whatever, follow them on Blue Sky, Threads, their website, everywhere, because they will be leaving Twitter at the end of 2024. I'm thinking about it too, but not to make it about me. Follow them everywhere. There's a lot of good people involved with WPW.
You guys crush the show on Friday. It's going to be a blast. I'm looking forward to watching it. Ophelia, Blair, you enjoy the show.
Before you leave, I'm going to make you publicly reveal it because you've thrown Boris under the bus and you've thrown Plugo under the bus to have to make a pick often.
Yes.
What is your 2024 LPW match of the year?
I think it's actually going to be happening on Friday, and it's not going to be Mars and Kushida. But if I had to pick something besides that, this is tough. Because there's been a lot of good matches.
It is really tough. Like not just blowing smoke up our own butts, but there's been some really good stuff this year.
And recently riots, right?
Equally news. I fixed my computer. We're good.
I'm going to rewind a little bit back to when I was there, and that was back in January, and seeing Vert Vixen and Zoe Sager go one-on-one because I think there's been so many incredible matches, and that was back in January that we got to, make sure we remember some of those when we're doing our matches of the year because it was an absolute banger of a match. So, well,
it's funny you mentioned that, Blair Pacheco, because this Saturday night on Saturday Night Love, myself and Spencer, hang on, I got to do the button.
I can do the pose. Hold on.
Okay, ready? We, being myself and Mr. Spencer Love, are going to do the LPW interview. We're going to go over each card, and Spencer's going to give us the behind-the-scenes poop on how much everyone's flight cost and how many peanuts they ate on the plane and all that kind of good stuff.
Boris, pull the graphic up again, though. I think I nailed it.
Okay, hang on. You ready? Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, Blair, go to bed.
Okay,
Love
you guys
dude.
crush it. I
you,
won't
homie.
hit
Take care.
end stream. I'm just gonna back out. Okay, later.
Hey,
guys.
don't pull a Spencer.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe I've done it twice. Okay, everybody can screw something up once, and I knew when I screwed it up the first time.
I think something bad just
Unfortunately-
happened to me and I missed it. I hope they show
Well,
a replay.
Unfortunately, I while I was at StarCast, I knew exactly what I was doing because old Spence solved a few of the world's problems before he went to StarCast this year.
Mm.
Yep. So that end stream button looked pretty
I remember
tantalizing.
that.
Sorry, Brunch. It's WrestleMania Day 2. I had to recover from WrestleMania Day 1.
I hope to make it to
Oh my
another Mania
goodness.
before I call it a day.
Claudio just
I know I'm going
carrying
to the
Darby up the
He's-
stairs.
Carrying him in that's solid work by both guys to pull that, like walking up the stairs with him like
Yeah.
that. Now climb the ropes. Let's see if or just dump him like a bag of potatoes. That works as well. Yeah, pound for pound, Claudio might be one of the strongest guys in the
Yeah.
business.
I don't even know if I'd have the self-confidence. I could be like Brock Lesnar levels of strength. And I don't know if I'd ever have the confidence to carry a man up the stairs. Just be like, what if? Oh, man.
Ooh,
That's
that-
also like an indicator of how far behind you guys I am.
Delicious Centrum multi gummies. I should actually start taking a multivitamin. I'm almost 50.
I still take vitamin C because they taste like orange and they're really good.
I need to replenish my my vitamins. I take D when I remember them in the morning, just because we don't get a lot of sunlight where we live, especially this time of year. So I need anything to help me be a remotely happy human being. I should do.
You know, it is pitch black here right now. It is what,
Yeah.
7:10 p.m.
Oh, it's been like it's
5
dark at
o'clock.
5. Like I don't from
Yeah.
work at 5, and it's Spencer, what do you want for Christmas?
Peace on earth.
There we go.
I was literally just gonna say, if you say world peace, I'm gonna slap you.
I was about to say it too, so that's the cop out
Okay,
answer,
well,
right?
be selfish for a minute, both of you.
Yeah, I was gonna be selfish. I have officially hit the phase of my life where it's like I would like some socks and underwear
Yeah.
or help with the utilities. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, or something like foolish, like a Ninja Creamy ice cream maker. Like I would
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
I would like either something very practical or so extreme that I would never buy it for myself.
Something ridiculous.
Like a
yeah,
few years
fair
ago, I never would have thought of this answer, but like perfect example is about 3 years ago, when I still had my previous dog, my mom and dad got me, it's called a Furbo, non-sponsored post. They got me a Furbo, but it's like a treat dispensing dog camera. So my last dog was super anxious.
Oh,
So whenever I left the house, whenever he was starting to get like anxious or anything like that, I could like check in on him and toss him treats and he would calm back down. So never would have thought to get that for myself. So like it needs to be, like you said, Ophelia, like either super practical or like I want something bougie.
Yeah.
Something the Bella twins would get.
Yeah. My list is ridiculous this year. It's like a Ninja Creamy, an espresso machine. Like I have like just put stuff in my kitchen this year. I'd be happy.
Can I just have 1 second? Just 1 second, please. Back in college, when I needed the money, Ninja Creamy was my personal ad in the back of the paper. That was the name I used.
Hey, you've had
Anyway,
a couple
you
of
may
different
continue now.
personal ads.
I
thought it was
I
full-size
really
in
needed
there?
the money.
Thought it was
Did you
full-size
put a few
Snickers.
different names in the classifieds there, Boris?
Yeah,
Full-size
I was,
That's exactly.
you got to market yourself to all kinds of people. Some people don't want Ninja Creamy. Some people want full-size Snickers.
Just a bunch of different names targeting different demographics.
Exactly.
Different homes. Okay, I hear you.
I'm a
I'm
businessman.
picking up what you're
Anyway,
laying
sorry,
down,
you were
Boy
saying
Boy.
you wanted a Ninja Creamy. What else, Ophelia? Sorry.
an espresso machine. I'll take a nice coffee machine.
Oh, coffee's so good.
Yeah.
I love coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there are many people who can do it, but I'll officially say it. I think I can compete on a fairly close to daily basis with MRB as far as coffee intake goes.
Talk
got a
to my
coffee-
lady on Friday. She likes the coffee as well.
I had a coffee on my way home to do this stream.
Mm-hmm. Coffee doesn't keep me awake. I can drink coffee all day. And working from home, it's dangerous because I consume a massive amount of coffee because I work from home.
Filling the pot up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was just gonna say, do you drink out of the pot or?
No, I have really fancy like mugs, like super
That's
cute
a good
stuff.
mug. It's a great mug.
It's a one of a kind. So
Can I see that again?
yeah, for sure.
Is that like Baby Yoda or whatever it's called, or what is
No,
that?
this is a monster. It's made from salty sea dogs in Calgary.
Okay.
Salty
and,
Sea Dogs, also one of my personal ad names.
And they do monsters once a year, and they're all one of a kind, and they never duplicate
cool.
any of them. So you get in there and you try to buy one. I've managed to get one. This is from 2 years ago, and I have one from this year as well.
Oh, neat.
Very cool.
The
Darby,
things I splurge on that make me happy. I'm like,
I don't have any mugs like that. I've got like a couple of like unique beer glasses, but
here's a trivia question for you, Spencer.
okay.
Where did Darby Allin take his wrestling name from? Because that is not his shoot name.
what?
I was from Gigi Allen.
That's the last name. Where's the first name from?
Oh, that's a good question.
Put it for Quizplex.
Dead Kennedys?
No.
I'm not gonna guess. I'm not gonna guess any more than that. I always give one.
From Darby Crash, who was the singer for the Germs.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I thought Darby Allin was the shoot name as well, but. And for the record, I do not condone Gigi Allen. Gigi Allen is not a punk rock icon or hero. Gigi Allen was a horrible human being. And yeah.
I can't tell you much about him other than
You're not missing anything.
Fair enough. Then you know what, Bor? We'll leave her at that.
Fair enough. I kind of like, I was going to say Cesaro. That's weird. Claudio also wearing like just like the plain black.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing fancy, just, even like the elbow
But
pads.
isn't that the whole thing right now with
badass look,
John
yeah.
Moxley's crew is just
Yeah.
very like plain white t-shirts,
Minimalist, yeah.
jeans, like, yeah.
Minimalist.
They should come out to Hey There, Delilah. That made me laugh.
Well, hey, you know what? There you go.
That's what they should do for December. You know what? That November Rain promo was fantastic, but I want to see
Just plain white
Cesaro, fucking Moxley, all of them to the plain white tees.
Oh, okay. Took a little bit of work to save that, but not bad, not bad. When do you think we'll see AEW rolling through here again?
Next year.
Yeah, they seem to do one a year.
Like sooner or later, or more? in the
I hope one
spring-ish?
year because this year's one was definitely lower attended than the 2023.
I didn't go to
But,
2023, but I went this year and it was a lot of fun.
I did. I made it on camera.
Oh, really?
Yep, you can for Collision. I was doing the finger guns in the front row.
Oh, really? We
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull it up. I think I got
can
the
you
actual...
supply that video?
I made it on camera for this year's as well.
Heck
Oh,
yeah,
yeah?
good on you.
With
We stuck it to the front row for ROH. It was cool.
well, we were about 10 rows up, and when the very first match, they evacuated the row in front of us, and they put like MRB and Zoe and all those guys in the row, and so we knew something was going on. And sure enough, it was Orange Cassidy and I can't think who he fought, but they were fighting literally right in front of us.
I don't remember who it was either. But...
Yeah. Because everyone was texting me. They're like, "You're on TV and you look scared." I'm like, "Cause I am." Like,
because I'm terrified.
Because these men are beating each other, standing on the seats in front of me.
Well, please don't hit him into the stairs, or just hit him into the stairs. That's a thing you can do.
I was just like, "Keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch anybody."
Okay, give me one
That's
second.
not what it said in my ads in the back of the newspaper. All right. Oh, poor Darby. But like nothing seems to affect him though. Like I'm sure a lot of it is
crazy spots, and I just don't know how he does it. Like he, like going off the ladder through the glass, and like it's just, yeah.
I'm sure a lot of it is mind over matter. I just hope, and I hope this comes out in a respectful way that I mean it, but I hope there's no substance involved. In fact, he might even be straight edge now that I think about it. So,
but we were talking about that, I think, last time I was on here with JPJ about, how he broke his foot and when he was supposed to go to Everest, and then he got hit by a bus and like all these other things. And I was just like, it's like real, like not even in wrestling. He got hit by a bus in real life, and he's still like,
this is going to be bad. What is this? Oh, that table did not break. And that did not look like a lot of fun.
No. Oh.
Great shot of Cesaro from underneath there. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, Claudio. Wow, that's weird.
Like they have him covered in a blanket like a corpse, though. That's a little weird. Oh,
that's a good commentary line. He's already got a sheet over him. That's what I would have said if I was a good commentator.
Oh yeah, that did not. Oh, was that supposed to break?
I would assume, yeah, but
ew. Oh, there he is. And I always laugh because the refs come down and they check on them, and you're like, okay, I get it's for TV, but sometimes I think with Darby, they're legitimately checking on him. Yeah.
I need a nice wine-colored suit jacket with the LPW logo on it, like Tony Schiavone's got.
Oh, do it.
No, I wore a shirt and tie to a show once, just because I was like, I'm just gonna class it up, and everyone's like, "What the hell are you wearing?" And I never did it again.
Like, did you just come from a funeral or what?
Like... Just for one show, I'm like, I'm gonna class it, and there was no special reason for it. It was just something I decided to do, and I was really uncomfortable. I didn't like it. I'm not a shirt and tie person, as I'm sure you could tell.
And there we go, Claudio with the win. Who's Darby fighting on Saturday? Anybody?
He has a match, an important match. Oh, he doesn't have Moxley. He's got, I don't know.
Moxley's Orange Cassidy. That's what I was like, where's the card?
Right. Let me see here.
I don't see Darby on the card.
No, maybe.
At least what's been announced so far.
That's one of the things that I mean, wrestling's going to wrestle. It's always going to do what it does. But we just see Darby get murdered, and then we just snap over to, a backstage promo. There's no time to digest and feel the empathy for Darby Allin and what he just went through. We're just kind of on to the next. And it kind of, I don't want to say it doesn't mean anything, but I think it means a little less. But I mean, it's just the way TV is TV.
I am really, really excited to see the Outrunners on a pay-per-view, though, this in the tag match. I don't get to see near enough of them on my TV. And I could do without the Costco kids, or boys, whatever. But
yeah, I don't know anything about this or what this is supposed to be, but apparently it's a big deal for people who know what it is. So, I mean, they have a massive social media presence, and I think they've been doing really, really cool things with marketing because they get social media and they get marketing so much more than Tony Khan or anybody else does. Like, they've been promoting that match, and that's for the 0 hour. So
I am so happy we're talking about the Costco guys.
Yeah,
I unironically love them. I unironically love the Costco guys.
But I was saying that.
So it's like when my parents tried to get into 303 when I was in high school. It's just like, I feel old, but I don't care.
But they've really been promoting the matches on the late night talk shows and stuff, which is something that you never see Tony Khan and the rest of AEW do. So, getting some eyes on the product, it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's in the 0 hour, so people can't really complain about spending their money to have to watch the match. So,
you know what, Ophelia? I would give their decision to show up on the late night talk shows a boom. I'm sorry.
That's their tagline, Boris. Just go with it.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
Also.
It's coming to you from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, Rogers Place, alongside Tony Schiavone and Chris Jericho. I'm
excellent work. Finger guns in the intro to Rampage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy with that one. I was told I had a lot of fun that night.
That's a night you'll never remember.
No. And then there were a couple of moments where you could see us on the, we ended up getting moved onto the hard cam side too.
Is MJF finished filming Happy Gilmore? Is he just showing up Saturday, like between filming?
I don't think so. I think that Robert F. Kennedy's wife did an interview the other day, and she was talking about how there were still people on set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a name I didn't think I'd hear on the stream tonight.
Cheryl Hines. I didn't recognize that she was the same person as the mother in Modern Family.
Okay.
This was not a clicked brain. To be honest with you, Dustin, I don't think so soon. Like, if it's a tester, I still don't think we'll have WrestleMania in Toronto for another, like, 4 or 5 years.
I think we might see it at BC Place before we see it in Toronto again, but I don't.
They don't want to do open roof. They don't want to risk anything that has any possibility.
BC Place isn't open roof, though.
No, sorry, he's talking about the Sky Dome.
Mm-hmm.
Skydome's not open roof either.
Isn't it?
No,
not fully.
It's retractable. They can open and close.
Honestly, I take that away then. I didn't know
I do the baseball. I'm very familiar with.
I do not do the baseball one bit.
Yeah, it's a retractable roof. So they can
okay, I didn't know that because the only time I've ever actually been in the Sky Dome, not last August, the August prior, I went there to see the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So like, it was a beautiful August night. The whole freaking roof was open, and I just sort of assumed. I don't watch. I do support, but I don't watch a lot of like TV baseball or the Blue Jays.
I think it'd be really interesting if the talk of them having Mania in London is a thing. You can't really have that back to back with another WrestleMania that's outside of the States without really alienating your US market where your money is, right?
Just don't see a Mania outside of like North America. And maybe I'm wrong.
You don't think they'll do the one in London? That's rumored.
I think they'll do London.
I do too.
So?
Yep.
At what, Wembley, I guess?
Especially where AEW is not going to be there for their big show this year. They moved their big one to Texas, right?
But they are doing the New Japan Forbidden Door they're doing in London, though.
But even then, you know what? I don't mean this in a bad way, but like both are great shows. It's still a step down in a lot of ways. Like they built All In as their WrestleMania, their show. This is the marquee. And to have that leaving, you know, if Edmonton, for example, I know there's not really, like Commonwealth wouldn't work, you know, but if Edmonton had a WrestleMania somehow, and then they had a Survivor Series after WrestleMania went elsewhere, you know, I know it's not a perfect comparison, but it is a step down, even though it's still a big pay-per-view, right?
So but I think Forbidden Door is still unknown to a lot of people. Like you have a lot of talent that people just don't see. I mean, we're seeing more of them on, and we're seeing more of them on, you know, Dynamite and stuff like that as well. More crossover than we used to, but still, like I watch Forbidden Door and I'm like, I don't know who half these people are, and I'm a fan that watches weekly. So, you know, you're not gonna have people just show up randomly. And I mean, I think WrestleMania is an entirely different beast, right? Anybody who watches WWE is an entirely different fan. And people will show up for Mania or watch Mania that don't watch wrestling at all during the year. They'll still watch Mania.
Yeah. No, there's no real like perfect comparison with it. You're right. But like, I don't know. I don't think you can do an international pay-per-view or an international WrestleMania, like whether it's Canada or not. You can't do one until you do London. I don't think.
I think especially when you had Cena there really like stoking the fire a couple of years ago. Like, I think WrestleMania should come here. Like
WrestleMania 43. I would if I was a betting man, WrestleMania 43 in London.
What is it this year? 41?
This year's 41, I think, right?
41. I bet you they'd probably be far enough in negotiations for 42 already that
you know, maybe announced next year yet?
Nope.
Because were they talking about Indianapolis, but aren't they doing something else in Indianapolis right away?
I think they've committed to doing a WrestleMania in Indianapolis, a Royal Rumble.
Isn't like Rumble or something in Indianapolis?
Yeah, they're doing the Rumble in Indy.
Okay.
I think, knock on wood, that I'm going. I think. And that'd clear off the big four for me.
I'm sure you have a couch to sleep on over
I hope so.
Neck of the woods.
Hope so. Brother Plugo, I babysit. Just give me a place to stay, man.
Royal Rumble is in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
And then Plugo's in. Oh my God! Say his name,
man.
And he
appears. I believe in Plugo.
Boom! 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 Big Justice is here! Let's go!
They There's your maroon jacket, Boris.
Big
I didn't
Justice,
yell on it.
AJ, future AEW Tag Champs, calling it now.
Oh my goodness.
Did they just confirm they're bringing the Rizzler? The Rizzler's gonna hit a destroyer. I would fucking put money on it that the Rizzler's gonna hit a destroyer, and I'm gonna cry.
Boom,
I'll
boom,
stop
boom.
watching
Sorry.
everybody's business.
I have a question.
Who is the
Who the
Rizzler?
fuck is the Rizzler?
Okay,
Roll up, Boris.
hold on.
Roll up.
Pluggo, if you can vamp for me, Ophelia, if you can vamp for me.
So these are the Costco guys, right? So they started out by just, hanging out at Costco's eating double chunk chocolate cookies and chicken bakes. And then they have expanded their super world, their universe, and they found this kid. I don't know where they found this kid, but the kid
It's a
does
cousin. The Rizzler's
cousin.
a cousin.
He does the Riz face like this. He rizzes up your girl. He's the Panther dressed in black.
Yes.
Also,
that's-
all I know is there was a stream. There's a clip floating around the internet right now where Big Justice called the Rizzler by his God-given birth name.
Oh, he called him by his
government
legal
name?
By his legal government
Oh, by
name.
his government
That
name?
means
Oh,
to me,
that's terrible.
that says to me, Rizzler turning on the Costco guys, joining QT on Saturday.
All right, I'm going to go
All
out
right,
on a
Boris.
limb.
So, Boris, here's what we're gonna do here. So,
Lord.
on the far left, you've got AJ. That's sort of the patriarch of the Costco guys. In the middle there, you've got Big Justice, who I believe is about 12 years old. He is like the constant companion, compatriot. He is AJ's son, and he's the one that you've seen on TV a couple of times tonight. Now, the Rizzler on the far right there, if you thought Baby Yoda was a smash hit, imagine if he was Italian and rubbed his chin. And that's basically the Rizzler. He is a cousin of the two of these individuals.
The Riz Man, baby. The Riz Man.
Oh my
All
God.
right, I am
Imagine if Baby Yoda was Italian and rubbed his chin. Maybe.
the Rizzler. I believe that I know myself somewhat well. And I'm very confident in the fact that I'm going to fucking hate every second of that.
Yes.
But
And then, you know what?
again, I'm going into this blind, so I don't know.
I'm going to tell you this right now. If you hate every second of that monumental moment in AEW wrestling history, I will show up on Saturday Night Live and throw a fit. I might write a letter. I might write a letter to the boss.
The Rizzler is making the face and trying to rizz up your girl was enough to make me not want to watch it.
Oh yeah, here's the thing. It is so cringy that it's so hard to look away from.
It's
They have
the
a,
worst. It's
they
the
got
whitest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Mama Justice. They got the Ashley. They got cousin Angela. They got
This
a whole
is like
group.
mayonnaise's spicy levels of Caucasian.
Here's and all their TikToks too, like are just them. Like they go to like hang out with all these influencers, and they
Ooh,
just
they
say
get
the
Jack
same
Barry.
thing for like 3 minutes. They're like,
Yeah, they have a
double
boomer. They have a boomer doom scale, which I'm sure, Boris, you can assume. Of course, a boom
very
is
official.
something that they feel positively about, whereas a doom is something that they feel negatively about.
All right, now I'm
What
just
is this
going
on
to make
Collision? When did they beat up Daddy Magic? What is going on here?
Now you talk about Costco.
Friday
there's
on
only-
Rampage.
You talk
No.
about Costco. There's only one Kirkland that matters, and that is Justin Kirkland of the
No,
Calgary
that's
Flames.
you know what, Boris. While I
Thank you,
respect
Chris.
your opinion, my Kirkland hoodie.
Your Kirkland hoodie is
you get
legendary
on-
in wrestling business.
My Kirkland hoodie and sweatpant combo is the comfiest set of clothes I wear.
Tell
So,
me
while I can-
more
while I can-
about
while I can
that.
understand where
We
you
call
come
that
from,
the
Boris,
LPW
I will have to
tuxedo
respectfully
now?
disagree.
I should have grabbed the picture of that that Flames guy that has the sweet stash.
Lanny McDonald,
Yeah, dude.
I'm right here.
Careful.
Listen,
Did you watch it back? They had some great things to
All
say
right.
about Lanny.
we
McDonald.
did. It'll be so here while we're all here. This Friday night at 8 p.m. ahead of LPW 32.
Yeah, you missed
Blair and
Pacheco was
I-
here earlier.
What Pacheco?
Yeah,
that guy
just for a couple of minutes, but continue.
Boris,
Wow.
hop in.
I was gonna say that's why I hopped in to promote that we've got the pre-show to LPW 32. We got all the picks, we got all the gab, all the gossip, all the deets. You got to tune in. It's gonna be live, not live. It's gonna be pre-recorded. Them darn shoot jobs, man. I wasn't even going to come in here. I just had to.
Favorite promotional line I've ever heard before. It'll be live. It won't be live.
It won't be live. It won't be live. To be fair, because Daniel Garcia is trying to be this tough guy. He's trying to break Jack Perry to become back to being.
Because I don't see a door collision. I'm like, what storyline is this? Where did this? What happened here?
Could you imagine? And I don't mean this in like any insulting way, because Wheeler Yuta is one of my favorite wrestlers as well too. Could you imagine if Daniel Garcia had like turned face and aligned with Bryan Danielson, and he was the one questioning all this shit with the Death Riders? If they had capitalized when he was at his hottest, because I really have enjoyed this feud with him and Jack Perry so far, but like, he's still trying to work. Hey, thanks for bringing up the Rizzler and throw me right the frig off.
Sorry.
Plugo, did you enjoy the reveal of Atticus Cogar on Saturday as much as I did?
No, I hated it.
I leapt off my couch. It was
because one, I'm not an Atticus Cogar guy, not in like real life, just as, and two, that was my girl Sawyer Rex moment.
That's
bro.
part of why it was so great, though.
I understand that, but don't be messing with my anyway.
She had a great tournament, though. She looked great. The whole thing was fantastic.
I have a very silly question, Plugo, but did she have to like relinquish her championship after that?
They haven't said anything, so she went out on top. Oh, what she did say, okay, correction. I correct myself. She said at at Hammerstein, she's gonna relinquish it there, put it on a ladder match. Hi, Ophelia.
I meant it's Jericho, but that's cool. Hi, Plugo.
Hi. I was like, hi. So she's as far as we know, she's gonna put it in a ladder match. But I don't know. Maybe this Atticus Cogar thinks she could squeeze one more out. I don't know. We'll see. One more match would be cool, but I don't know.
So we're gonna do this in what looks like a junior or a local arena locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow! I already hate that.
Ring time on them.
I think I'm gonna make some KD before bed. You guys don't need to know that, but I think I'm gonna.
Some Kevin Durant?
Yes. That's exactly it. Plugo, did you see my new jammies on the social medias? I'm trying to increase my Twitter following. I have 667. Well, I'm going to double check in case.
Listen, ever since the Riz Man was announced for Saturday, I haven't heard anything anybody said.
667.
I call him the Riz Man now because Mance Warner calls him that on his podcast.
Well, I was going to say because you're besties.
With Steph DeLander. No, we're not besties.
Not yet.
I'm only besties with you guys. And
I looked away for a second. Why is Jericho walking away with the contract?
He's going to have his legal team look at the documents to make sure it's all above board.
Yeah, because him and Ishii.
I hate this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. That's a head of hair on that dude. Look at that.
You just kill him. Just get him.
Hi, guys.
Get him. Get him.
I mean, that's kind of what Boris does. That his Casa de Boris, he looks at pictures of himself and smiles.
I don't really have a lot of pictures of myself, to be perfectly honest. And I don't smile when I look at pictures of myself. Believe me.
You should start strutting in those jammies.
We have your promo photos.
He doesn't. He kind of smiles in the one where he's like, "Book me." But then the other ones, he's like,
"Promo photo looks good, Boris. It's in your Big Bad Boris file."
Yeah,
the new one, or the one that I use.
Big Raspberry.
The new one that Nick did.
Hey, are you going to be at LPW 32?
I think it was from October.
Oh, yeah, I'm wearing. Okay, because that one that I used.
I was going to have you kick Brant in the shin for me.
That was when I was taking radio in school.
Brother, that was the first promo picture you ever sent me.
It was a project for the photography people at Nate to take all of our promo pics. So I got that for free. And it's like 6 years old now, but like it's like an only decent picture of myself I have.
Well, you've got a new one that you got paid for, nonetheless.
Oh, of course. Jericho ends up in the ring.
Bring Tunes back for SNL 50. Oh my God. I need to send them. So my dad is the man, number one. But number two, there are very few things in the world. Like he'll laugh at a lot, but there are very few things that will get him like cry laughing. So Tunes the cat is a skit from
Tunes is back?
No, there's a sign in the crowd. So I'm about 30 seconds behind you. But there's a sign in
okay.
the crowd that says "Bring Toonses back for SNL 50." Excuse me, I have to take a photo and send this to Kevin Love.
Toons
Kevin
is the
Love
driving
of-
cat.
The NBA future Hall of Famer. Kevin.
drive very well.
Hey, Plugo, earlier today I said that people in Pennsylvania don't know how to read. Am I off base on that?
I mean, I don't know how to read, so I don't know. Maybe.
I will give you guys the live reaction to this in my family group chat because lots of love to my family.
I don't know. Pennsylvania seems okay.
We're all busy
I mean,
people, so
you have to ask JPJ because he has a thing against like Philadelphia and all that fun stuff. And
Spencer, you having a family group chat is like the most Spencer thing ever. I'm jealous of that. I respect
brother. Again, mayonnaise. Is good. I'm watching a wrestling show tonight on TV, and this sign was in the crowd. I bet you I get a 6-for-6 response on this. Like, when you get everybody putting a heart in like the group chat on a message that you sent, and you're like, all right, nailed this one.
Around the table on that one.
Yep, I'm going around the table with this one.
Oh, here we go.
Got my first reply.
What the contract is falling
Who's
apart
coming
and
out
turning
to
into
save?
chaos?
Oh,
Big
it's
Bill.
Mark.
Big Bill and Brian Keith, and then now we have Mark Briscoe,
Rocky Romero.
and Romero. Yeah.
I love me some Rocky Romero.
Hi, it's Asian Joe.
I got 2 responses.
Hey, Asian Joe.
Hey, Asian Joe.
My 667th Twitter follower, even though he muted me immediately, apparently.
Who muted you immediately? Asian
Asian
Joe.
Joe.
What'd you do?
Nothing. I think he was just pity following me, but didn't want to hear what I actually have to say.
How do you
He's
know?
following because Boris was sitting at 666 followers, and Asian Joe wanted nothing to do with that, so he followed him to make it 667, and then muted him.
Asian Joe, did you mute me? Fun fact: one of my favorite moments in Beard's history happened last week when Asian Joe sent a super chat asking if the beard matched the carpet.
Oh, jeez.
Is there another pre-show match? Is there another
We're going
pre-show
around
match?
the table.
Besides this Rizzler Costco nonsense, is there other pre-show matches?
The only one is that right now is AJ versus QT Marshall. I think it's
They
the only
might
one right
throw in what they like to do, Boris, is they like to go tune in a rampage, and then they'll throw like 2 more. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Well, they have to add at least one other women's match, right?
You would think they're.
Oh, wait, so this final match isn't even
thanks,
it's not
Asian
even
Joe.
at Final Battle. It's on friggin' AEW TV.
Of course, they don't put their championships on Ring
I
of
wonder
Honor
if that
television.
TV show shopping around is not going as well as they were hoping.
Tune in after this watch-along for the AEW Full Gear Prediction Show, where I'm sure Kimmy will talk for 45 minutes about Ring of Honor and their lack of ability to book.
I think you mean Scoops McGee.
Maybe. I don't
We are
know.
now in commercial.
She likes to yell at me for calling her Scoops McGee because other people started doing it.
To be fair, doesn't everybody like yelling at you?
That's true. This is true.
Now, Plugo, you missed this, so
the
I'm
pyramid
gonna...
of shit flows downhill all towards Plugo.
That's right. I'm at the base of everyone's.
He just said he can't read, so at least he doesn't have to see it.
That's true. That's why I have such a good time on social media, because I don't know how to read.
You have
Look at
no
all the
idea
pictures.
I have no idea.
jerks are saying in the replies.
Until someone tells him.
Yeah, I just assume that they're all being very nice and engaging, and it's a positive vibe.
So, Plugo, you missed this Saturday Night Live. Spencer Love will be the guest du jour, and we're going to recap the year in LPW. We're going to go over every card and talk about just how the year went and some of the awesome stuff that happened. And we're going to count peanuts and champagne.
I'm jealous. I wanted to do that.
How many balls of tape were left in the locker room and all that kind of stuff.
Can I come?
Also,
I like to talk about Love Pro Wrestling.
the question that we were talking about a few moments ago, do you see the WrestleMania in the UK happening in the near future?
I did not, but I'm not surprised because it's been rumored for a little while.
Do you think
Did
we'll
you
see it in
see-
the next 5 years or so?
I would think so, and I would be down for it. I think they deserve it. That's a hot crowd. Speaking of Monument, I applied for Royal Rumble officially. Well, fingers crossed. It's in the Indiana, so
So, guys, I just want to. Oh no, never mind. I mistyped the word.
I will not be going to England for for WrestleMania though.
Why
Does
not?
that mean Mania would be on at like 11 in the morning our time?
Yes.
Yeah, for you
Which
guys.
would be 9 a.m.
Throw this
Eastern.
out there for everybody. The first time I tweeted about the
the other way
Rizzler
around.
joining All Elite Wrestling was October 31st.
It was 11 for us, Boris. It'd be 1 o'clock.
Like that, I've been aiming for this for a month. And the exact tweet: the Rizzler hitting a destroyer is going to break the internet. Well, brother, he's contracted in.
Yes, and then I had posted because Steph DeLander does not like the Rizzler, does not like the Costco guys, and Manser does. That I'm hoping that this will springboard GCW to book the Rizzler at Hammerstein.
So I have a question for you, Plugo. If you can't
Yes.
read, who composes your tweets?
Ooh.
If you
AI.
ever speak to
AI
text,
tweet.
speak to text is a great thing. If you've ever noticed all of the miscues, that's because I also have trouble talking at times.
Have we ever seen Mrs. Plugo and Mr. Plugo in the same room at the same time?
We have.
I have.
We
We're
won.
on,
We won the
Saturday Night Live.
newlywed game.
Yeah.
I have.
No.
Is that
Oh.
their real
Alter ego that knows how to read and write.
Oh, that's
That could have been a hologram, though. A
It could have been.
plugogram.
That could have been a hotogram because she's smoking hot, baby.
She is a very attractive lady.
She
You are
is.
lucky.
I don't know. One day she's gonna wake up and get her eyes fixed and go. She told me the other day she was like, I have an eye doctor's appointment. She had to cancel because of other unforeseen circumstances. But I go, I was like, your eyes are perfectly fine, honey. Don't go, because when she comes back, they'll be like new glasses, and she'll be like, oh God,
Is that really what you look like?
because it's
You have
not.
that- you have
Because
that
I ain't
filter.
got, I don't have any money. My personality ain't all that great. I don't know what she sees in me.
So
If
if,
it
your,
helps
if your vision is blurry, it's like having that Instagram filter where like you just look a little bit better.
Right? Yep.
Like the background of portrait mode.
Yes.
Hells yeah.
That's why she's
I-
chained to a chair upstairs.
Jesus, 0 to 60 real quick.
I would have said a
You know what,
Christmas
Plugo,
tree,
if-
not a chair,
Yeah.
but
Plugo, if you ever need, you can show her.
Well, we
picture
got
of
a
me
Julia
anytime in
Hart
November.
thing
going
If you ever
on
want
here.
to, if you ever want to look a little more handsome, like I'll be your ugly comparative because this is not.
Oh please.
It is tough to get a table for one anywhere right now. You know what I mean?
when is Julia coming back? We're getting these fantastic vignettes, but like
I would imagine soon.
At
Maybe
Full Gear.
at Full Gear. Maybe she comes in and I don't know.
Is she coming
Well,
for Jamie Hayter?
well, we have the one women's match, but we also have the Mariah May celebration or whatever it is. So I assume that everybody will be out there. That's the only other way we'll get women on TV.
That's
right?
only going to go two ways. Yeah, I think they're counting that. That's only going to go two ways. Mina's going to turn on Mariah, or Tony Storm's coming back.
Well, Tony Storm made a big deal about her retirement today, about chin down. What was it? Chin down, tits in.
Chin
and
down,
don't walk-
tits in, yeah.
That also is one of the things that was said in one of my ads in the back of the paper.
That's usually also what Mrs. Plugo says before we take family portraits. John, put your chin down and suck them
Your
tits
tits
in.
in.
No.
What happened to the AEW everybody enjoys? It's on right now.
Yeah, dude, I enjoy this.
There are certainly parts of the show that I don't like, and I think I can say the same, to be honest with you, for WWE. But
Yeah. Sure, it's not the same vibe, but it's like you said.
All right,
there's
Orange
good-
Cassidy, let's go.
Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy.
My mother is a big WWE fan.
yeah,
And does not watch AEW. When I was home over Thanksgiving holidays, I introduced her to AEW, and that was fun.
Mhm.
What was the reaction? Give us some quotes.
It wasn't. First of all, it wasn't the best show to introduce her to. It was just a little flat. But Orange Cassidy was there, of course, and she's like, "I don't get this at all, like at all." And I'm like,
it either goes one of two ways off the bat. This is my new favorite thing in wrestling, or I will never watch wrestling again.
Why
I'm
are they
sorry
trying
that
to kill
the one
that
she
little
saw.
kid with a painted face?
We also watched the pay-per-view that was in Washington. I can't remember which one it was. It was when
Wrestle
I was there as
Dream.
well.
Wrestle
Yes.
Dream?
There we go.
So she got to see people she recognized. So like Bryan Danielson, Claudio, Chris Jericho. So she did see some familiar names that she recognized. So that helped. But other than that, she was not a fan.
Listen, I'm here for Orange Cassidy joining the Death Riders.
But I love that she sat and watched it with me because I like it, and so.
Oh yeah, well, that's
even though it started at like 10 p.m. for us.
That's like Mrs. That's like Mrs. Plugo. She's like she sits and watches a little bit because she knows I like it, but she's just usually here for Boris.
But yeah, we're a little spoiled being on the West Coast, having the paper.
I hate you guys.
Like 5 or 6 o'clock.
I hate it. I'm like,
and it started at 10. It didn't get over till like 2 or something. I was like, okay, that's a very long pay-per-view.
And Boris is like, come to Saturday Night Live. It's at 10 p.m. And I'm like, yeah, your time. Midnight over here, bud.
Does any completely off topic and unrelated? Has anybody watched any WWE Speed?
I watched some of it if I remember it's on.
Because it's like Twitter exclusive or X exclusive or whatever it's called. It's like what 3-minute time limit. Is it worth looking at, or is it just fluff for the sake of being fluff?
Yes, the second one.
Yes.
I appreciate.
I honestly haven't watched, and only because like it's on Wednesdays at noon or something like that. So I'm at work for once. But then by the time I get home and into the mix, like we're here. I'm watching Dynamite, and then I'm getting ready for. There's only so much time in the week.
It's 3 minutes. Yeah. So I mean, I can sit there and watch it and not be out any of my day.
Wait, it's not like a whole hour.
And depending on the match, sometimes they're fun. And
it's just one match.
Was here,
literally 3 minutes. A 3-minute time limit match.
Yeah.
I thought they did like a full hour or something. 3 minutes.
They filmed one of the. Okay. They filmed one of the speed matches.
Okay.
So that was kind of cool to see it live. You know what I mean? Because it's a 3-minute match.
Plugo told me that you can do a lot in 3 minutes.
Wow.
Mr. Plugo has proved
that. I'm an overachiever. I don't even need 3 minutes.
I'm mad.
Hey,
are you excited for Friday night? Are you excited for Kushida and Mars and all the rest of the business going on Friday?
Does that 3 minutes include the crying?
Oh, we're over this. We're over the crying now. She's kind of gotten past it. She's like, it is what it is.
Oh no, I'm talking about me.
Oh, she's just like, I need somebody.
About me, Plugo.
She's like, I need somebody to pick these kids up.
Asking.
Oh, am I excited for Friday night Mars versus Kushida? That is a dumb question, Boris. Of course I am. Bro, ask better questions. Am I excited? Am I more excited to see Paralyric get their comeuppance? Hell yeah. No, it's going to be a good card.
You missed a little piece of breaking news. We are opening the show on Friday night with the LPW Challenge Championship match. Michael Richard Blaze and the Thickness Reed Matthews starting off hot.
I don't think I missed that. I think I remember seeing that.
Only I know that because I'm on the inside.
Yeah.
Big Boss, I don't disagree, but like every promotion changes. It's not the same from three years ago. It shouldn't be the same as it was 3 years ago.
That was a whole different roster too.
Yeah. I get where you come from. And certainly I think at the start of the year they were a pretty cold product, but like I'm somewhat biased. I like what they're doing with Moxley. I love Orange Cassidy, so my bias is there 110%. I maybe don't like the TBS title situation. I don't like how much time the women get, but I think they're starting to get somewhere with Mariah and Mina Shirakawa. There are a lot of good puzzle pieces there.
But they also... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm curious why you say you don't think they need a men and a women's speed championship. I mean, they divide it normally for every other championship. Why wouldn't they divide it for the speed championship?
They really need a men. They do need to split it.
Well, they do have one. They did have a men's one and a women's one.
Oh, that's right.
They just introduced the women's like a month ago.
Candice LeRae.
Yeah.
I thought he was saying that he didn't like that they split them. But yeah, Candice LeRae just won the women's one a couple of weeks ago.
And like wrestling is it's just so subjective. There's things that people love that I hate. Like this Costco thing. I'm sure people are gonna love it and I'm probably gonna hate it. Cinematic matches, people love it. I hate it. It's subjective as to what you like and what you don't. And you take what you like and you throw away what you don't like, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's entertainment. It's professional wrestling. It's not serious.
Excuse me?
It's the most serious thing in the world.
Who invited Ophelia Payne?
I did because I needed someone to draw some goddamn ratings around here.
I was going to say, Plugo, you were the last one to show up. You could be the first to leave, sir.
That is true.
Oh.
Survivor rules.
Listen, dude.
Shit.
I have.
That's it. We're starting to feud. It's going to be me and Plugo.
If we're playing Survivor rules, Boris and I technically have immunity. He's Jeff Probst.
Why does he have immunity?
Also, I'm the only one here who doesn't have the ability
draw
to
ratings.
shoot
So,
buttons, so I am the first to go. Let's face it.
I mean, I can remove all of you right now.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm the only one who doesn't have access to any of the back stuff. So.
There we go.
Listen, all right,
fair.
Don't piss off
However,
a woman. I have
if I go down,
childbirth
I'm taking
twice.
everybody with me. I'll just tell you.
So you basically we call that the Starcast theory.
I'm more here for
Already
the
said I'm gonna
Stardust
big time
theory.
them, but I'm just like, okay, we want to do this? All right.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, it's funny Dustin says that because I constantly get asked when am I coming up to Edmonton, and I think it's starting because I think people just want to beat me up.
Yeah, we got people with pitchforks and torches at the airport on watch for flights from Indianapolis.
Yeah, I would fly out of South Bend. Oops,
Also, a shout out, thank you, Dustin, for reaching out to me the other day. I appreciate that. Unrelated note.
Please stop just licking my electronic.
Dustin rules.
I also like that everybody here who has a significant other just heard my voice go up like 10 octaves and was like, oh, Plugo, no.
Plugo, you show up in an Oiler jersey, and I'll be the one with the pitchfork and the torch.
You know what though? Better one of you, Boris, than everybody else
fair.
who's going to be there.
Yeah, then
Neither are good.
I have a Philadelphia Flyers hat around here somewhere. I'll wear that. I got my Montreal Canadiens hoodie upstairs. I could go rock that.
we've already talked about how nobody cares about the Montreal Canadiens. We've been through this
You
already.
had two people mad at you.
You gotta get used to it in this line of work, man.
I am a
That guy
fan,
jumped
so
out of
I
a
will
plane in his underwear, and his
kick off
underwear
Boris,
move. I don't know what that means, but he's really happy about it.
In the everyday give and shoot life, everybody just says, I'm going to tell your wife. And then she comes and yells at me and I go, I didn't even do anything. And they're like, she always takes everyone else's side. So I'm used to getting yelled at. It's okay. I'll show up in what would be the worst jersey to show up in Edmonton across
Calgary.
all, just Calgary Flames?
Speaking for Edmonton,
No Edmonton Elks either. That is
your top
no,
three
no.
that you wouldn't want to wear in Edmonton right now. Like right now, I would have to assume are Calgary, Toronto, Florida.
Florida, yeah.
Those will be
Yeah,
those will be your
definitely
top
Florida.
three.
Yeah.
Vancouver's probably like nobody's gonna like that third spot will change. We don't like Florida right now in the same
Yeah.
way that we didn't like Carolina in
Third spot
2006.
will fluctuate.
Yeah,
You guys take your hockey so serious.
usually I would have to
Canadians!
say
I
it would be like Calgary, Toronto, and then Vancouver would probably be the number three there. If we're talking like all-time consistent basis, that'd probably be it.
Like, okay, college football stadium with 186,000 people watching Texas Tech.
Look
You
at how
take a
much
hockey
money we're
player.
making. We're not going to pay any of you guys it.
Hey, they get paid now. Watch your mouth.
They don't
But
get
no.
paid. They get NIL deals. Those are different. Those are 100% different.
There's a high school kid. There's a high school kid.
I will stop fucking complaining about this when Reggie Bush gets his Heisman back, motherfucker.
Well, he first of all.
Hey Ophelia,
Go-
can you
go
show
Irish.
us your
This guy
Funko
doesn't
Pop again?
deserve a
Because I'm not
trophy.
interested in this conversation.
For sure.
Wrestling.
How many different light switches do we have?
Pardon me?
Different light switches. Oh, the affiliate Funko Pop. Officially,
Look at
one
that.
of one.
The official
One of
Funko Pop, not available now at lovewrestling.ca.
It isn't. It isn't available at lovewrestling.ca.
No.
Unfortunately.
I
Pretty
think
hard
to
to sell
custom paint the LPW logo on the shirt that I have on.
Bush
it.
was reinstated as a Heisman winner? Hell yeah. Then I'm
Why
here
was
for
he
it.
uninstated as a Heisman's winner?
Because back then you couldn't accept pay or benefits to play college football. It was like so somebody bought his mom a house and it got him a car and he got caught. But now you got high school kids turning down $10 million.
Also, Boris, because I couldn't do the brightly colored hair, I could only do one color. I got the little tiny unicorn to go with it.
Oh, look at that.
Couldn't you take said Funko Pop out of the box and paint you in some streaks into
I
your
could.
hair?
Yeah, I just took it out of the box and showed it off. I can get somebody to paint it for me for sure. I have a custom one that I made.
Big boss, because toys are fun, my guy. Look at
If
all
you
the-
play Fallout, the main Funko for the game of Fallout is blonde. the Funko Pop, and my friend painted the hair on mine brown because I was a brunette at the time. So I have a custom Funko for that too.
Heck yeah.
Everyone's life is so much better than mine.
That's not true. You got the Boristron 5000.
That's true. I do have the Boristron 5000.
I do not have a Boristron 5000.
Someone asking why you play with toys. I'm like, why do we watch wrestling? Because it's fun.
Because I am a big kid.
Yeah.
Like I am if the Rizzler grew up.
Self-care and doing what you're passionate about is very, very important to your mental health.
I also say I have adult money. I buy whatever I want.
I reply to your question with my own question. Why are you so negative in a chat, bro? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Be kind or rewind or get the fuck out.
You got
So I was thinking about rewind the other day. That is a term that is no longer applicable.
Mm-hmm.
There was literally no winding going on.
Also, like slamming the phone down on someone, just not a thing anymore.
I had somebody ask me, so I work with like 16 to I work with like 16 to 20-year-old kids as part of my hockey job, and I had one ask like about the like why does the call symbol look like this, like the sort of phone sign, short sign. It's like because that's how a rotary phone used to look.
Well, it's like the save icon on a PC, right?
Oh, I'm gonna make a mess.
Oh God. What is this, a floppy disk?
Yep.
That's why I play with toys. I found this for $1.
Say that again.
You put a coin in his head, and he says things.
I'm old to play video games and also work in the video game industry and play with toys. So that my video game money pays for my toy.
Cattle mutilation, rubbing it in the face of the.
I've messed everything up. I play video games and play with toys. You should see me get real pissed off at College Football 25. Mrs. Plugo goes, "Why do you play this game? You hate it so much." I go, "Because I love it."
Yes,
It's
exactly.
it is the most toxic relationship I've ever been in. I think I can change College Football 25, but sadly, I think it's changing me.
That is like the definition of a toxic. I can change.
Oh, it's toxic.
Here we go. Nice roll up.
Oh, I like the crossing of the legs. That was cool. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do that before. I enjoyed that.
You didn't enjoy that.
No, he was very surprised.
He was like, "What the hell, man?"
I technically work for all of them because I review video games from all different companies.
What do you think Tony paid for November Rain? Because apparently he has it in perpetuity.
Oh, I
don't know.
Somewhere, or was it an estimate somewhere I saw?
And it's
I like how
WCW did
I like
it.
how Spencer said, "I don't know," but Spencer, that seems like a song that you would have checked in on.
Let me tell you, brother. I will say this. This is 100% shoot, cowboy. We're real lucky we haven't been sued yet. You think we've ever asked an artist for permission to use their artwork?
But I think parody is legal.
We have cleared off. Parody law would probably
Pac.
apply. But do you really think you want to get a letter from Axl Rose?
Yeah.
Never. So we're very
As long as he
lucky.
doesn't
We've gone through the big three of
I didn't work
litigiousness.
for IGN either.
The Cerberus of suing. We've gone through
Okay.
Taylor Swift, Axl Rose, and Mickey Mouse. We're good to go, brother.
So we got to end every episode the same. I feel like.
Beat down.
Thanks for coming out. That's how you say it. Thanks for coming out. Tell Pete
He's coming to save Orange Cassidy with his
That's how you end it. Oh,
his hands in his pockets.
Shane McMahon.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
Oh, I wish. I
Oh
want.
my God, Marina Shafir's cashing in. I'm also 30 seconds behind you guys still.
Marina Shafir rules.
What is in that briefcase? Do we ever know what's in that briefcase?
That's John Moxley's title because he doesn't want to carry it around.
He doesn't want to show it off. He doesn't want to give.
Oh.
He wants to keep the title to keep the power, but he doesn't want to show. He's not AEW.
He's not a company guy.
He's not a company man.
Yeah.
He's not that big bad Boris. He ain't a company guy.
I'm a company man to the bitter end.
That's right. That's right. Oh, what?
Nobody's gonna come to save Orange Cassidy, really.
Hands in his pockets. What would you come down there just to get whooped on? I wouldn't want to hang out. I wouldn't want to help him. No offense, but
That's
like
a personal question.
Like I'm not going down there to get my ass kicked. Sorry, Orange.
No, but here's the thing for me right now is like, so I'm just watching Orange get wrapped up in the duct tape now. So don't get me wrong on my timing, but like 2 weeks ago, you've got Daniel Garcia, you've got Private Party, you've got everybody coming up and begging Orange Cassidy to help them. He steps in, and now he's getting his ass kicked by himself.
Yeah, exactly.
This is dumb as fuck. Like, I don't have another way to put it. Why would you? They don't want to get their ass kicked. Well, they were going out there asking Orange Cassidy for help when they were getting their asses kicked, and now they're doing nothing.
Yeah, where's Evil Uno?
Daniel Garcia.
Hey, to be fair, watch yourself. Private Party is partying it up with Big AJ, Justice, and the Riz Man. They're busy. They're at a Costco getting double chunk chocolate cookies.
In my opinion, they're fucking heels because they don't care about AEW the same way that John Moxley doesn't care about AEW right now.
That's true. That's true.
This is dumb. The fact that they didn't have one person go out and try and help when they were begging for help 2 weeks ago, this ain't an indictment on the talent, but this is.
Oh, now they're here. Now they're here. After they've left.
Yes.
But didn't he? No, but wait a minute. Didn't he? I think earlier in the
Mrs.
show.
Plugo has risen from her slumber. She was asleep. That's why I came down here to hang out.
I think earlier in the show, was there not a promo of some sort with Orange Cassidy that we were not paying attention to where he may have said, I want to go this alone?
Yeah, he said, promise me you won't come out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did say that.
So they showed up
being
after
noble
the
and
beating
being
and stuff.
stupid is a fucking thin line.
Yeah, but wrestling's going to wrestle.
Oh, I hate that. I hate it all. I really hate this.
Because we need some time on our road. Sorry.
November Rain was on Saturday. They're building this up as this big conclusive thing in AEW, this whole fucking end game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And nobody helps Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
Oh, very silly.
Because he told
But
him
he's
that?
standing defiant. You didn't finish the job. I'm
So
still
this
breathing, and I'll be there Saturday.
Because this is the go home show, I was expecting something. I don't know.
Waxing's like, I will fight you. I will fight these fans.
It's a bit of a flat finish for a go-home show. I will.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. And now it's going to be a flat finish. I don't know. Ugh. Gross. Bad. I don't like that at all. And the worst part is, the hardest part is, every single person involved in
the ring.
super talented. Just, I don't like how this is going whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody came out to help. Kyle O'Reilly cared more about Adam Cole, who he hasn't interacted with in 2 years, than he did about Orange Cassidy, who they're both wearing the same T-shirt most of the time.
All right.
This is a bad idea, Adam Cole. Don't get involved, Adam Cole. Don't get involved. Well, I guess he took his own advice because he didn't do shit for OC.
Okay.
Oh.
I
I had a really great time despite all of this. Sorry.
I'm going to go make some mac and cheese before I go to bed. Anything you guys want to plug before we shut the books? Thank you so much, including Blair, for you guys to come. And this is a lot of fun, and it's much better than me just saying what I see by myself. Anything you guys want to plug, social medias and all that stuff? Spencer, we'll start with you.
Follow
just
Love
going
Wrestling
around the
TA
horn.
wherever podcasts are played, videos reviewed, or awesome content's created by awesome people. You don't need to follow me individually. Love you guys. Feel free to if you want to. But support everybody that's doing some great stuff here at Love Wrestling, including this Thursday and Friday at the Rec Room South Edmonton Common. Mars the Specialist taking on Kushida. New Japan Pro Wrestling's 4-time plugo. I caught you there. 4-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. Best of the Super Juniors Champion. He's in Western Canada for the first time. He's in Edmonton for the first time.
Twice. That's the Super Junior champion twice.
Oh, sorry.
I did my homework today.
How
I
do
got
you
it.
undersell a guy like that, but I did a proper job of underselling that. We've got one of our biggest matches in Love Pro Wrestling history happening this Friday. We've got a match tomorrow night, one match that's going the entire card tomorrow night that you won't find anywhere else. Be there for both of them. We're closing the year out bigger, better, badder, and more badass than we ever had before. So I hope I see you there. Please.
Ophelia Payne.
Love Wrestling.
Increase your Twitter followers by 1, like I did today.
Why? What's happening on my Twitter?
No, I'm just saying that give us plug your socials and all that kind
I
of
have
stuff.
nothing to plug. I mean, I am Ophelia Payne on all the socials. You can find me, and I talk about video games and wrestling and whatever other nonsense I feel like during the day.
Fair enough. Pluggo McPluggerson.
Well, here in about 10 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever time it may be after this, we're going to do our little prediction show, preview show for Full Gear. We're going to get the whole card broken down with Kimmy Sokol and Nancy Collins of the Honor Ramble with JPJ's coming down. So that'll be right here on this channel. But tomorrow night, yeah, we're going to go live.
I'll be in the chat. I'll see you. I didn't know you guys were live. I thought you were pre-recording that.
We went pre-recorded last month because of Halloween.
Love Wrestling works. I found this out 4 minutes ago.
Well, I'll just say somebody was supposed to put that in the chat earlier this week, but forgot. We'll just let that up.
You can't read, so you didn't know if he did or not.
I didn't know if I did or not. But we are going to go live because tomorrow night, between Two Beers with JPJ and myself, we've got Wells Mania, a podcaster out of Indianapolis. He's also a wrestler. We're going to run wild with him and talk about soup, gear, war games, all that crazy stuff. This Friday, I also have an interview with Matt Makowski, ahead of GCW Bloodsport, going to be dropping. I've got an interview with Eli Surge dropping on the website at some point once we can figure that out. Lots of stuff, man. Just go over to socials. You'll find my face.
Oh, my God, the busiest man in Love Pro.
I got some other stuff I'm sure that I forgot. For Exposure, Friday night, 8 o'clock, the LPW preview show leading into LB. Get me out of here. I got to go. I don't know.
Now,
LPW 32.
Save it for your stream. But Ophelia, I'll start with you. What's your favorite soup? If you were drafting number 1 overall, what would be your soup? What would be your soup du jour?
Right now, I'm obsessed with Thai chicken noodle, which is really, really good.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah,
really good.
Interesting.
Boris?
I've never had.
I'm just like a traditional chicken noodle guy, but I like a hearty, like lots and lots of stuff in there. Big noodles,
lots of nudes.
Yeah, lots of nudes.
I'm in the same boat. My mom makes a killer chicken noodle soup, but I will say my favorite soup is a cream of mushroom. Love me a good cream of mushroom soup.
My favorite soup is the soups we made along the way.
You can wait. You got your own stream where you're talking about it.
I'm prepping my draft strategy now. We're bringing it
I'm here to throw your draft board away. Boris, thanks for having us.
Quick story. You reminded me of something. I was downtown Edmonton today for a doctor appointment, and there was a gentleman talking to himself, walking around the mall downtown, who had, I shit you not, a handful of tinfoil hats. And I popped hard for it because it was amazing. He was going up the escalator while I was going down the down escalator, and it was pretty tremendous. Join us here.
The down escalator?
Yes, I call it the down escalator. Leave me alone. Join us Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. local time.
Wouldn't it be the de-escalator?
Oh.
Join us Thursday night for LPW Clandestine Wrestling Society crossover number 21.
De-escalator?
Oh, damn it. I forgot you can press buttons too. Also, if you can't be here locally, Friday night, 7 o'clock p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, LPW number 32. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. I can't remember all the stuff. Starting off MRB and Reed Matthews, closing off with Kushida and Marza Specials, and no disrespect to the creamy center of all that, but it's going to be a fantastic night. Also, this coming Saturday, Saturday Night Live returns. Spencer and I, we're going to go over the year that was in LPW, 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, midnight Eastern, over on the Twitch. Sorry, Spencer. You need to flip your camera or flip yourself. I appreciate over the past week the folks who reached out and shown me some love over the past week, because I had a very difficult week. And the man at the top of the list, of course, is Spencer, and Spencer knows why, and it will mean more to me than you will ever know. We will see everybody on Friday night, and we're going to end the show, end the year with a bang, end the show. Thank you so much, guys. All the love, and we'll see you guys all soon. Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening. It's time for AEW Watch-Along with Boris. Da, 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 da.
If you need a feature, you just go dynamite, dynamite, jazz hands, it's dynamite time with Boris.